Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break. Brought to you by Sand Hills Global. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday to you, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Sip has made the comment about 8 times this morning so far that it's a beautiful morning outside. Enjoy your short walk into work from the parking lot, the street, Sip, apparently so. You want to mean Bill
outside for 9 seconds.
How wonderful it is outside at this point.
It's a little light out, but we're gaining every day.
Hey, we got the same class.
Yeah, how about that, Steve?
Yeah, I left my other ones at Menards.
Parallel lives
huge
over there.
Setback. I got a pair of glasses I liked, and I left them at Home Depot.
What were you doing at the depot?
I had to get some.
You doing projects?
No, I had to get air conditioner filters. Specific air conditioner filters. So I went to Home Depot yesterday and left my glasses. Bad.
Home Depot. Which one? There'll be a listener somewhere.
Hey, yeah, maybe. There's no. It'd be.
I
just left them at the counter. Should have went out there.
But which one were you at?
20 North 27.
North 27. Cornhusker Highway.
Okay, Cornhusker Highway.
Yeah,
we can locate that, right?
Yeah. If you have those glasses at Home Depot, just keep them up. I don't know. I could have just easily went back, although I had a tight schedule, so I couldn't. Could
someone run them down to the station if they have them? That would be nice.
We're at 1040 O Street, Lincoln, Nebraska.
They're gray. They're gray rimmed readers, nondescript, but they are gray. Like they're not black, they're not silver, they're gray. So I just left them on the counter. They're probably still sitting there. Wouldn't be surprised.
Be nice if someone could please return those.
We don't need those.
Yeah, because I'm down to 2. Now I'm down to 2 again.
I was thinking about that. I'm down to like 70. I've got 70 pair.
Didn't you at one point have like a bag of 70 Sip? What happened to them all? How do you lose all these
disappear? The glasses disappear.
Yeah.
Numerous times I've looked over. You've been wearing my glasses.
Right. That's all the time.
That's happened probably 400 times. You're wearing my glasses, and the spare pair next to you are also would be mine.
At least 3 times a week, you are wearing Bill's readers in some capacity.
That's true.
No, 3. No,
yeah,
I
Rudy
brought
3
it
times
up
a week.
Rudy brought it up.
Brought it up yesterday. Yes,
Rudy.
Let's locate the readers. Let's try to get you in a bag of them so you're not down to 2 in general. So
for idle chit chat.
Yes.
Also, I was thinking about we had the nice T-shirt gift yesterday.
Yes.
Just how nice it is at the Breakers that they send us gifts.
I know.
I mean, people think that when they do send it in, we appreciate it. Like beyond belief. Thank you very much.
The Wahoo Wiener.
Yes, that was from Jane and Wahoo and Ann from Ankeny.
The Wiener will rise again.
I was told that that was Ann's birthday yesterday, also from Ankeny, who chimed in with the T-shirt. So it's her birthday present to us was giving us a gift. It's very kind.
God, that's kind. She's giving gifts on her birthday.
Yes.
One time we were low on pins and we got over like 500 deliveries.
Now we're down to about 10.
Now we're down to 10 again. So
are we down?
The pens continue to disappear.
So
I don't know what.
Wants to send any pins in. We take. What's the address, Jake?
1040 O Street, Suite 100, Lincoln, Nebraska 68508 937. The ticket. That's the address.
What? Thank you. Where did they go?
I don't know, but this show turns in the pens at the end.
The only person I know can account for anything of is myself. I turn my pen in immediately post show.
And you see that we both sees it. I see it. So you say, Jake, here's the pen.
Yeah.
And I take it.
That's not true because you have over 20 pins right now in your pickup.
No, but Jake will tell you I give my pen back. There's a period I took about. If you look at my console right now, there's probably 7.
7's acceptable.
20. But that's fair for you. What are you, Steve? You're a writer. You're a writer. I don't need
to write things down.
You're right. You're a writer.
I don't write a lot down though. I told you that. I don't. But it's a way you miss a lot of stuff writing down with your head down. Don't. So no. But anyway, thanks. I turn my pins in. I'd say 90% of the time.
He's pretty good at it. Typically, you do a good job turning. That's 90%. I would take that. That's about right.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I don't think it's this show that's causing the pen shortage once again at the station.
Farley, chime in.
Farley cleans up
Where's
the place.
Farley?
Yes.
Where is he? He's usually here.
Yeah. He cleans the place. He would know where the pens would go if he had seen them or if he's taking the pens.
Terrell Farley. I just wonder sometimes if people know what he was all about as a player.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Bill,
you were around,
I like
right?
him better as a radio person. I do. I get to see him.
Farley's
a lot more.
very entertaining.
Yes, he's very entertaining. He comes in every day. It's very entertaining.
Yeah, he's
He
entertaining.
did 2
off
shows
air.
yesterday.
He's very opinionated,
Yes.
and he gives Jake a real hard time.
Yes.
Oh, every day. Yes, we get. Yeah, every day I get a lot of crap from Farley. I fire back at him. It's
Oh, yeah, you
mutual.
do.
It's mutual. Can't let it be one-sided.
Anything,
No,
Jake,
you
happening
haven't.
in the neighborhood?
Is
there a olive?
I
branch
did
out there
actually.
anywhere?
I did. We were on the way to Holmes Lake Park last night. Took Scotland out to the playground.
Wow.
And I saw neighbor Jim out. You know, the neighbor Jim is the one that came over at 9 o'clock.
That you yelled at 9 o'clock?
I didn't yell at him. I said, I got to finish the mowing. I saw Jim in his driveway. So I said, okay, before we go to the park, I'm going to pull up in the driveway.
Wow.
And I'm going to say, Jim, I said, Jim, just want you to know that I was completely I was joking on the airwaves. I obviously appreciate you as a neighbor. He kept telling me, yeah, just know that when the season's over, you bring your mower over here. I will sharpen your blades for you for free. That was his response. I'm like, did he know I was
pulled into the driveway?
I pulled in the driveway, and his response was just, no, I'll sharpen your mower blades for free. I'm like,
could I bring?
That's not why I came over.
Jake, is
he
it
probably
possible
he
to bring
probably
my mower
that.
over? We'll have Randy Diner bring it over on top of his head.
Put that down, Randy. Jim also told me he is the neighborhood Santa. So,
this guy is
he dresses up as Santa. He goes to all the different
valuable.
kids and he actually brings gifts to the kids.
Is he bearded?
He has he looks like Santa Claus.
Can you imagine that? To all of a sudden, well, I'm the neighborhood Santa, and I also sharpen blades. That would be the perfect neighbor.
He's got a fish pond in his backyard, which he wants us to come see at some point.
That
really?
There's koi.
Koi?
Yep,
Yeah.
Koi pond.
All right. That's good. Interesting. Jim.
Other than that, nothing from the neighborhood yesterday.
You went to Holmes Park, though.
We did. And I tell you what, I've been there now, I don't know, 4 times the last 5 months, once a month, basically. Every time we're there, there's a shady ice cream truck that comes through. And it's shady for several reasons. It's one of those, it's a weird pink ice cream truck.
Wow.
And all it plays is Christmas songs.
Oh.
I hear it plays Oh Christmas Tree. It plays Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and something like Oh Come All You Faithful on a loop. There's nothing else besides Christmas songs coming from this ice cream truck. That's it.
I applied for the job to drive an ice cream truck here in Lincoln one summer.
Did you?
Yes, didn't get the job.
You got turned down for the ice cream.
Didn't get the job.
Ouch.
The stories that would have came about with me driving an ice cream truck through Lincoln, just the fun of thinking what could have happened would have been phenomenal. I couldn't imagine how many Eskimo pies I would have rifled through myself. I really can't imagine that. I can imagine whipping through a neighborhood.
Wait a second, though. What
ice cream truck?
Why is this creepy?
Aren't they all kind of creepy in some capacity?
No, I don't see that. No, I don't. I don't see that at
you
all.
threw me for a complete loop.
This one is playing 100% Christmas music.
That's what makes it creepy.
It's not a Christmas truck. If it was like, hey, it's Christmas in July, let's have an ice cream truck. Okay, that's kind of cool.
I need to be convinced more about the creepy nature of this.
Can someone get to the bottom of this? If we can see this truck,
don't take this.
Has anybody been to the Holmes Lake Park and seen the ice cream truck come by? I'm sure it's there all day. It just does a loop basically the whole time.
I think you got to be a little sensitive to the people involved here. If they hear this,
they probably live in Jake's neighborhood.
Probably so.
Probably live in Jake's
neighborhood. Probably
neighborhood.
Jim somehow.
Yeah, it's just
driving the ice cream truck.
Jim's son,
a relative of Jim.
Jim's son.
Oh, Jake.
Jake. Now we got ourselves in a whole nother pickle.
Right.
I don't think it's anybody from the neighborhood.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
I want you to be sensitive toward the people that are driving that truck.
If an ice cream truck came down our street, I would race out. I just love that. The time when kids would run in the house like that and just yelling like that, the ice cream truck's coming.
Oh yeah, it happened in Columbus.
And trying to find money, like that, just trying to rifle through your mom's purse.
Yeah,
try to find some cash.
Yeah, the kids did it. Now I will say this: I wasn't big on it. I'm not. Don't. It's not a personal thing. We don't have to get in a fight. I just was always, I kind of did the eye roll a little bit, like, oh God.
You didn't like the ice cream truck?
I didn't.
I don't even know who you are.
I didn't dislike.
You hated Halloween.
Yeah.
You hate the ice cream truck.
Halloween, I'm on board with. That's just
I didn't dislike it. I just didn't find it necessary because we'd have ice cream in the freezer. Like I don't. Why do I need it? Why do I need it out of this truck? I can just go to the house.
I mean, I understand the excitement because it's
a different selection.
Instant gratification.
No, you're out of this.
Yeah.
You cannot come back.
I just said I understand why people
Jake,
like
you're
it.
in
It's
so much
instant
trouble making right
gratification.
now. I'm gonna get old.
You cannot come back from
Scott
and
Miller
say
in.
you like the ice cream truck.
When I was a kid, I liked it. I
no,
did.
you think it's creepy.
Now as an adult, I see some different things about the ice cream truck, and I've changed my stance. But as a kid, I loved the ice cream truck. I can't change what I was in the past. I'm not going to try to.
Creepy
we try
ice cream.
We try to help you so much, Jake, and then you just keep digging the hole.
Well, I don't think anybody from my neighborhood was driving the ice cream truck.
We have a photo of this.
Is there anybody
Talk to
chiming
Jim's
in?
son and see if they can change the music.
I don't know what to say.
It's playing on a loop nonstop Christmas music in the middle of summer.
It's okay. Something happened to you.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Golf game's off.
The golf game's definitely off. The neighborhood is bothered by me.
Ice cream is the ice cream truck is a creepy
This
thing.
one particularly is creepy. Not all of them are. This one is. I'm not going to do 100% ice cream trucks. This one's
non-creepy ice cream truck.
Okay.
All right.
I should have sent a picture of this one. I regret that. If we're at the park again and we see the truck, I will for sure send a video of it playing Christmas music, and I will take a picture of it as well for you guys.
Couldn't you see it when it pulls in? And Jake like, hang on, Elizabeth, I got to get this. He would dart across the parking lot.
Where are you going? I got to get a picture and the video of this ice cream truck for the show.
Would you approach the ice cream truck with Scotland to get ice cream?
Potentially. Yeah. I'd be with her for sure, though, with the ice cream truck.
Like, yeah, I hate to send a 1-year-old by herself.
I don't care how old she is.
Scotland, head up there. So we're going to watch
15 years old. I'm going to be with her by that truck.
Afar. We're going to watch from afar to see what happens here.
She's one.
She's one. I'll send her by herself.
She'll be fine. She can walk, whatever.
Oh, man, that is interesting to me. I want to see this ice cream truck.
Okay. I'm sure we'll see it again soon.
Is it just at Holmes?
I've only seen it at Holmes Lake before. Isn't that creepy enough? It just sticks around Holmes Lake. That's all I'm saying. I've never seen it anywhere else. It's always there.
I've not.
It stops. It makes a loop again and it stops again.
I've not heard of a lot of bad things happening at Holmes Lake. If I've been missing something, I've not been. I turn on 10-11. I haven't heard about live from Holmes Lake again. We're dealing with the same issues.
Creep descended.
Yeah. Again. If anyone sees this truck, it was here from 7:15 to 8:15. I don't see all of a sudden Suits isn't leading with it on sports. Then all of a sudden it's like there's a lot of things going on at Holmes Lake. I've never told Gigi one time. Hey, where are you going, Gigi? Oh, I'm just gonna go eat some friends. You're not going to Holmes Lake, are you?
Well, in your guys' defense, nobody has responded with it.
We're not attacking
shady at that particular place.
This is not an attack on you. It's just an interesting.
Jake's a case study. There's
Jake,
no doubt.
That's for dang sure.
Yeah, that's for sure. We all are. So that we can't push.
All three of us are case studies.
Do you understand where we're coming from?
I do.
I just want you to understand this is not an attack.
Yeah, there's definitely sides to the story. I get that. Yeah, I'm okay.
There's
with that.
mild concern on my part that the people will be offended that have this ice cream truck, and they're being labeled as creepy.
If you listen to the show,
tonight
I
there'll be nobody at
apologize.
Holmes Lake because of now the death threats that have went down at Holmes Lake.
The creepy,
the
creepy
truck,
ice cream truck.
The truck did not bother me personally. I did not approach the truck. I just thought it was weird. It's playing Christmas music on a loop for months now in the middle of summer.
People are giving them the bird and stuff.
Did you talk to Liz about it?
No.
Nothing was said.
No, she didn't care. She was talking to other people, so it's fine.
You just noticed it and thought.
I don't know how you could. It was going about 3 miles per hour through Holmes Lake. Three miles
glare
per
at
hour.
it? Did you glare at the truck?
No, I looked at it for a while.
Side
so I guess
eye?
I did glare at
You
it.
have the stink eye.
He gives us the side.
Yeah, they'll get the side eye a lot. Yeah, we get that a lot.
Notice that?
Oh yeah.
When I'm getting off the rails,
go.
he gives me the
Side eye and then this.
Are you finished?
Are you finished?
That was so beautiful. Are you finished?
Yes.
That's Jake losing his patience. Are you finished?
Anything else? We want to move on to Scott Frost for the for this.
I've got nothing else.
It was
day
my
was
mom's
pretty-
birthday yesterday. I just want to give a shout out to Pam.
Absolutely.
And we went to a restaurant last night. It was fun. It was fun.
Omaha?
A restaurant?
The Stoke and Goat.
The what?
Never heard of that before. Is that Omaha?
The Stoke and Goat?
Yeah, it's called. I think it's spelled STOKIN Goat. Stoke and Goat.
Really?
My mom loves it. Yeah,
I've never
heard of that.
There's only one. It was fun. My mom's 82. Happy birthday to Pam. God bless her. She's super funny. And the only thing that happened that was bad, I didn't even voice it to anybody. It's a big pet peeve of mine when a waitress, and the waitress was great. Otherwise, she handled everything really well. And I've had her before at the Stoke and Goat. She's waited on us more than once. But don't pull the plate away before the guy's done or the woman's done. It happens to me all the time because I kind of pick at my food a little bit and they take it. And I'm just like, not done.
I was dining the other day at a lunch, a business lunch. I can call it that.
Yes, you're always at business.
And immediately, like 2 or 3 times, we both said, "Not done yet." What is the hurry to get the food off of? And it wasn't like, "Hey, we're trying to turn this table over. We got a long line." There was no long line. There's no anything. What is the hurry to get the food off the table? I've never been like, "Where is the waiter? I want my taste. I want my plate gone."
Plate is gone. Take it away.
I had a hamburger. I had a little bit of hamburger left.
Yeah.
You
shouldn't have to answer.
Nope.
You shouldn't have to make the answer. Are you through?
Just glare at them.
No. Here's the thing. This is what I noticed last night. She didn't ask. She didn't
Just
ask
took
if
the
I was
plate.
Okay.
Whoa.
She didn't ask. She just took the plate.
Did you say?
That's what I
hey,
said to my sister. I just looked at my sister. All I said was she didn't ask.
Did you stop her?
No, because it
You
happened
let the
really
hamburger
fast.
go.
No, it happened so fast. It wasn't. It was just she just took my plate. It happens a lot.
What is the hurry there? I don't understand that. I lived it a week ago. I was like, just leave us alone. Quit hassling us. The plate, the food's fine. I'm not like appalled. Like there's still food in front of me. I'm freaking out here.
No, I know. I don't. And anyway, that was the only thing. The Stoke and Goat's really good. It's really
never
good.
heard of it. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it's good.
And tell them to not take my food before it's gone.
It's the thing about it is, I think that Bill would like. It's dark.
I would like that.
It's dark. It is. It's you
Was
walk
there shag carpeting on the walls.
No.
Anytime there's carpeting on the walls, which they used to have at B Nebraska before they shut it down, but that was a classic.
No, it's a more it's not old timey. It's modern. There's no shag, but it's very dark wood is what I would say. Very dark.
So we're looking at a cherry wood.
Cherry wood.
I
bet it's cherry wood.
But it's cherry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
Makes
you go.
sense.
That
Walnut.
is Idle
Could be a
Chit
walnut.
Chat, sponsored by 738 Ag. You need seed, chemicals, fertilizer, or someone to run the sprayer for you. 738 Ag runs the whole show. Custom application included. Go to 738ag.com to learn more about Joey Robinson and the team. From Bertrand.
I don't know. Things got a little tight, but I'm probably have to move my Bertrand trip back to next week. And so it's still happening. So I'm going to be able to report live from the 738, and I'll get photos that we can post. Maybe I'll have Jake post them on Twitter.
We could do that.
We'll do a Twitter post.
Can you be on there?
And I think so. Yes.
Yes.
And so, so
we
me
can
and
do that.
Joey will have a post from there.
I'd like to see you
and a live interview.
Oh,
yeah. Do a live interview with him.
that's a good idea.
A good idea. Sit down with him and talk ag.
I like that.
One-on-one.
I like that.
Joey could always come in here too.
Joey,
Always
would you
welcome,
come into
Joey.
the station?
Right
That would
there.
be great.
I'm not joking. That'd be
Sit right by you.
I wonder if he has football opinions.
Yeah, probably does.
No,
He's very fit. How he keeps
I
that
can
fit.
confirm that. He's very fit still.
How he does that. His son's
Saw him at the lunch meeting.
Yeah.
Wait, I can say that. He was at the lunch meeting.
They all met together.
Fitness.
His son's an incredible baseball player.
Is that right?
Yeah, got a chance to. I'm like he'll play. He'll Nebraska if he wants, or I could see him playing in the SEC.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
He's
that
that
good.
good.
He's that good. Yeah,
Really?
He's that good.
Well, Big 12 Media Days kicked off yesterday, day 1 of 2, in Frisco, Texas. We will get audio throughout the show from Brett Yormark, the commissioner, and a couple other bites from different coaches. But there's a former coach from Nebraska. You might know his name is Scott Frost, national championship player at Nebraska from the state, from Wood River, head football coach for a few years at Nebraska. Now he's back at UCF. The main quote was not on the press conference audio. This was a side session. We will get to that here in a second. But at the actual podium, Scott Frost was asked about his time at Nebraska and going back to UCF. And here was his response to why he chose to go back to UCF.
What are the advantages of coming back to a place you know well, knows you well, but you're still early in your career or in the prime of your career?
I don't know where I am in my career for sure, but I'm happy to be back in Orlando. Going home isn't always easy. Going back isn't always easy. This was an easy choice for me because of how much we liked it there. I think UCF has grown so much and has so much growth potential. I've said this a lot today, but our 2017 run, I think, had a lot to do with UCF positioning itself in a place where it could become a candidate to be in a league like the Big 12. It's my goal to continue to try to help UCF push forward. If there's any more changes coming, we need to be positioned in the right place. And to do everything that we can to make it a legitimate competitor in this league and beyond. We have a lot of work to do to get there, but it's probably the only place that I would want to be doing this in college football.
Okay, there's Scott Frost at the podium yesterday. Now, the quote that has bothered Husker Nation, understandably so, is a side session with The Athletic. Chris Vanini reported this in terms of the quote. And he was asked about his time at Nebraska. And he's told The Athletic, quote, "Don't take the wrong job." He said, quote, also, "I said I would not leave UCF unless it was someplace you could win a national championship. I got tugged in a direction to try to help my alma mater and didn't really want to do it. It wasn't a good move. I'm lucky to get back to a place where I was a lot happier." End quote from Scott Frost in the side session interview with The Athletic yesterday at Big 12 Media Days.
Well, the one thing, before I get into because I want to hear Steve's take on this first, is the amount of traction it got.
Oh,
I mean, the traction was, it's, if you go to ESPN, NCAA football, just college football, it's the lead story. It's the lead story on ESPN college football. And then the amount of traction it got within whatever this social media that I would look at, it would be like every other one. There was hundreds of posts and comments and thousands, I'm sure. Because I don't really look at Twitter, Facebook.
I think there was a lot,
but
it was a lot.
It was a lot.
I didn't look at it though. I don't know.
Okay.
So that was very intriguing to me. The amount of traction that it got from the state makes sense why it did. I'm not confused, but it was a lot. Steve?
Well, the CBS Sports article took him to task pretty hard. It said Frost sees himself more as a victim of circumstance than the architect of his own downfall. Frost, I wish he was a little more polished, I guess. This is not what you say. It's probably what he means. Unfortunately, I think in this world, you don't say everything you mean. That's not the way to go. You have to bite your tongue in your marriage every day, right?
The number of times it's like, I'd love to have said that, but right. I can't.
No, you can't.
I can't say it.
So,
I'd love to say that, but I can't say it.
Ross is not, he's not good at that. He continually puts his foot in his mouth. And he did again yesterday. Now, I was not probably as freaked out about as most people. Maybe, I don't know, because I know him. I know he's very capable of this. And I felt he was a bad fit here. So Frost got the trifecta. I mean, he was a bad fit coming in. He was a bad fit while he's here. Now he's a bad fit going out. So good job, Frosty. I don't know why he would say something like that, except I will say this. I never, now this is the only really illuminating thing I can add to the discussion. I never thought he wanted the job, and I dealt with it really closely. There was very tense moments leading to his hire where it was really back and forth. And I would be on the phone with people he knows forever or just Frost. And there were times I'd hang up and go, "He ain't coming here. He don't want to come here." So, I mean, it's not like he's being disingenuous. He's just being an idiot for saying it out loud.
Right.
I mean,
right.
There's no doubt in my mind that he wrestled with coming here, and I'd never really thought he wanted to. I think he felt an obligation. So I get it. I just know for a fact he wrestled hard with it. It wasn't like it was, oh yeah, I'm waiting for Nebraska to call. It wasn't that at all. So I kind of get where he's coming from. He just shouldn't say it. Like, just don't talk like that, because it comes off really bad, right?
Yeah, the perception is not good.
It comes off bad.
Yeah, and also there's a lot of positives from it. I mean, he ended up with basically generational wealth from his time here.
Make a lot of money
so
here.
why not?
And so it wouldn't be. So that's not the worst thing to happen to you.
No. So why not kind of express some gratitude?
Yeah, I mean,
We're waiting for that still. Have we seen any sort of sign of gratitude at all from Scott Frost regarding Nebraska? Really, ever?
No.
At least since he left, since he was let go.
And overall,
I haven't seen it.
Overall record was what?
16-31. 16-31. Did a poor job.
And it was like in one score games was like
5-22.
5-22.
5-22. That's coaching too. A lot of that's coaching, right?
Yeah, when you have that, that means you're in the games. That means obviously you're looking at one score games. We have enough talent to be in the game. Then if you just got just run off the field, no. If you have there's 27 games that he had that were one score games. And
5-22.
Yeah, and so to win to have
really
5
bad,
of them,
Bill.
yeah, the numbers are, and that's like I said. If you had if you could press an easy button and go back in time, the crazy thing is about Nebraska is if the statement was basically didn't win enough, it haunts me to this day that it didn't go well there. I hope that I'm welcome back sometime so I can see my teammates that I played with and won a national championship with. I wish.
See, what's wrong with that? Just say that and you're clear.
And the fans would have went like today's in Nebraska or yesterday in Nebraska. Would have been like, you know what? We've moved on, but heck, like I said, that it just didn't work out, and that's it.
Or
simple quote that is better.
Or it would have just been nothing.
Yeah.
Or the worst it would have been was he doesn't mean that, but okay.
But he said it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he said it.
Right.
But for the most part, I just know how Nebraska is. They'd been accepting.
They would have.
For the most part,
we wouldn't have been talking about it, right?
No, wouldn't have been much. Have been like, okay, said this. Let's see what goes on now, and that'd have been kind of the end of it. It really would have been.
You know what's interesting about Frosty? I don't know. I wonder if he even cares that he stirred up a little hornet's nest back home. You know him. My guess is no, knowing it, that he doesn't care, like that we're taking him to task. He doesn't. Frost is just, I don't know. He's interesting, but he just did a horrible job here. And I don't mind saying it because if he was sitting here, I'd say it. In fact, I have said it to him. Like, you did a bad job. You did a bad job in your job.
And how could he push back? 16-31.
Anytime you have a 16-31, you just that's just what it is.
It's the worst record in 60 years at Nebraska. I mean, he took it to levels you never would have guessed. So I get what you're saying. Why not take some level of ownership with it? I don't know why he doesn't do that.
You said it was a bad fit for Nebraska, for him.
Yeah,
this is a guy that was undefeated at UCF. And Nebraska fans were post Mike Riley trying to get back on track. This was someone that was seen as, again, wrongfully so, of seeing how it went, as the savior of the program to get him back. And did you think back then it was a bad fit when he was hired or pursued by Nebraska?
I can't say that because I'm
sure,
hindsight, right? Because I'm sure I wrote that this is what needed to happen. But the bad fit part is I don't think he was ever comfortable. I don't think he ever got comfortable. I think if you look at his first press conference when he went after the writer and said, "Don't ever even think about calling my family," and it was really tense. There's a very tense moment.
Walk us back through that because I'm unaware of this.
About that.
And I think
he went after Dirk Chatelain. I mean, it was on the side. It was one of the side.
Yeah.
You did interviews. You'd be at the podium. Then the guys would grab you off to the side.
Yeah.
And he just directed he launched a mini attack on Dirk and said, don't you ever call my family.
Yeah.
So I talked to Frost.
What was that from?
Nothing. Frost was worried about that part of the job, that how intense the fishbowl is and how people always kind of want the coach to be so visible and personally involved. And Frost, Frost, you coach, you work with him. He's not that guy. He's a pretty private guy. I don't know. Private's the word. Kind of reserved, not comfortable with all of that. And I know that was part of his hesitancy, because I discussed it directly with him. I'm not talking about things that I've heard. I'm talking about things I've talked about with him. He was not ever. That was going to be uncomfortable for him. So, and that doesn't have to I think there's coaches that are uncomfortable in the limelight that can do just fine in their job, right? Absolutely. So I'm not making excuses for him. You asked me why it might not have been a good fit.
The person who's led the program forever was not that.
Right. And
Tom Osborne
handled it.
Was not like I want to be out front as much as I can. No, not at all.
But he handled
it. Handled
like an adult.
His phase of it, he handled very, very well. Mm-hmm. Tell us about this one. And I think you've talked about this. Bill Moose is the one who hired him. Am I wrong? Wasn't there a conversation that wasn't Moose's lead guy?
Well, I want to be careful because I don't think Moose has talked about this all that much publicly. I think the best way to portray it is that Moose's way of looking at it wasn't the way the public's way of looking at it was, which was fair. Frost is just this 100% slam dunk.
So he had he wanted to look at options.
Oh God, yeah.
Which is very normal, especially for someone outside where Moose had been. Mm-hmm. To let's look, what are all of our options?
Yeah, right. And Chip Kelly was prominent. Jake mentioned that the other day. Chip Kelly was very prominent in his mind. I'm not suggesting that Moose wanted to hire Chip Kelly over Frost, but he was assessing Chip Kelly. The Mike Leach thing would come up, and Moose just felt, again, I hesitate to talk for Moose, but I've talked about this with Moose before. Leach, just the fit, probably wouldn't have went over well here for whatever reason. But yeah, no, I mean, Moose he didn't look at it like most Nebraska fans looked at it. Like it was just a Frost or nothing. But yeah, I don't know. I got to tell you, his comments didn't surprise me. That's why my reaction was not as strong as you.
But he shouldn't say that, though.
I agree with that.
It shouldn't surprise you what he said, but the fact is that still should not be said to anybody.
It's typical
in
Frost.
Media session.
My response was typical Frost eye roll. I wasn't aware till last night that he was getting hammered.
Oh God, it was everywhere. Yeah.
That's what the part that caught me the most was it was harsh. It wasn't kind of like, oh, you know what? That's probably not the right thing. It was harsh. The stuff that I read, it was very, very rough commentary.
Well, you're in a profession that you got to take ownership, and he doesn't. He just refuses to do that.
Once again, his quote was this: "I got tugged in a direction to try and help my alma mater, and didn't really want to do it. It wasn't a good move. I'm lucky to get back to a place where I was a lot happier before."
Victim card. Nobody likes the victim card.
No one wants to hear that from
Nobody
him.
wants to hear a victim card. If he just would have added to it, no, he just shouldn't have said it in the first place. But just take some ownership. That's all. That's what people want to hear. Did a bad job there. I'm not proud of the work I did. I needed to do better.
Yeah, it's just that simple. Need to win more. It hurts me. I love that place. I played there.
And then that's it. And you're done. Short and sweet.
Okay, do you think he feels that?
I don't know. Obviously, I don't think so.
Question for you.
I don't know. I don't know because he's like you said. He said it, now this isn't also the first time he said this.
Not really.
No. So this is
not new.
This is Frost.
This is not new.
This is who he is. Yeah. I mean, that's the way I see it. So I don't know. I wish he'd take some ownership. Hope I don't hear from him today.
I hope you do. I hope he calls you.
Well, probably if you when you talk to other places like that, if you see like Sarkisian, he's like, I had a colossal error at USC. That's what he talks about. It wasn't like, there's wrong place, should never have been there. Right?
I was miserable.
It's just like, no, I made a colossal error. I didn't handle it well enough.
Take the high road.
I didn't do the right thing. And then there's all kinds of grace after that.
Right. So it's just very odd. It's just very odd.
But as me and Steve have discussed, it's been awesome because it's July.
Once again,
and
we
have
more
all kinds of
more
content.
material that just never goes
there's
away.
All kinds of. I mean, in general, right now, it is just like, when's camp start? When are the two-a-days or whatever? When are we getting going? And, of course, there's no two-a-days anymore, so that hurts too. There's no better times.
But you're right.
When does the one practice 6 walkthroughs start again? Type of thing.
Easy there, old school. Hey, you know what's really interesting about Frost is just the whole what a colossal failure it was, and you put the colossal failure against what we thought it would be. And it's enormously interesting.
Well, what was Riley's record?
19-19.
That's correct.
So think about that.
I do.
19-19.
And that was a huge failure.
And it was like a failure of epic proportion.
Mm-hmm.
19-19.
He started off his second year 7-0.
Yeah.
He was a top 10 team into late October.
And then Frost, right out of the gate, Bill, went 0-6. I mean, it started bad.
Off the bat.
Yeah.
0-6.
0-6. It just never got off the ground at all, really. I mean, did it come close? Was there a
I think
point?
the end of that year when they started 0-6, they got to 4-8, and then
yeah.
they had all the buzz. They were a preseason top 25 team in 2019. We mentioned Martinez was the third best Heisman odds before the season because he finished the season strong. I mean, that year they had a big win against Minnesota, blew up PJ Fleck at home, put up 40+ points in that game, and people thought, oh, here we go, it's finally clicking, and then it just never ever got going. Ever.
Oh yeah, you're right. So we thought maybe halftime at Colorado in 2019.
Yeah, this is it. All right, let's go.
Here we go.
Pour it on, blow them out, and let's have the season we thought we were going to have, and then it just never happened.
No, then what happened though? Now, COVID happened too after the 2019 season, and things got really weird. And I think
for everybody, and he didn't recover though.
No, a huge setback for Nebraska at the end of that year when they beat Rutgers at Rutgers, and they decided not to go to a bowl. So it was the team it was the coach who was all in on fighting COVID. We're gonna be very aggressive. We're gonna practice, and they were.
They sued they were going to sue the conference to play football, and they chose not to play a bowl game that everybody could play in.
Yeah, no, everything.
It's just
bad.
horrible. It's horrible.
It was amazing. It was a remarkable failure by Frost. I mean, it was remarkable. It was remarkable in a lot of ways. Now, there wasn't any. I don't think there was any NCAA issues.
I don't think so.
Nothing like that.
That might be from what I've heard for some people that were there. That might be the weirdest time ever in the history of Nebraska football. Because of what I heard from inside the locker room of what that was like. On who wanted to play in the bowl game, and who didn't want to play in the bowl game, and coaches, whatever that was, that time, that brief, whatever, probably from the flight end of the game, till whatever midday the next day or whatever it was.
It was
over 36 hours or 24, whatever it was. That's probably the weirdest time that there's ever been at Nebraska.
Book teased with Bill Moose. He'll talk about it. You're right. It was a Friday game. It was a Friday night game, and they got back in the morning, I think at 4 a.m. or so. And then came back. I think it was around noon and voted. And it was really, I don't mind saying, I've reported, I've written this stuff. It was very much cut along offense and defensive lines, or the defense wanted to play. The offense, not so much. Now, I will give Adrian, who I always
the offense had a good game against Rutgers too.
Yeah, I always give Adrian grace, as Jake knows. Me and Jake used to butt heads on Adrian. Adrian was banged up. If Adrian wasn't big on playing, now he had a huge game against Rutgers. Remember?
Yes, yeah. Him and Dedrick Mills both had big games.
Yeah. Hey, Adrian against Rutgers passed for 250, ran for 150, but he was banged up.
Yeah, he had a good game.
Now, Adrian was a warrior.
Other question with that, because obviously the season was so bumped back. When would the bowl game have been?
Okay, well, I can answer this.
How far would that have been?
You know why I can answer this?
Still December.
Because look what I have.
Right there.
A media guy.
How's that going to tell you when the bowl game they passed on?
Because I will tell you, because the Rutgers game was December 18th.
So December 18th. So the bowl game would have been like next week, right?
Yes, pretty close.
Pretty close. So hey, we're going to go play next week.
I think they might have got like 2 weeks, maybe.
Max.
Also, I would imagine because of COVID, if Adrian couldn't have played, there would have been a lot of grace also from fans. I'm just like, yeah, we went and played. Our quarterback couldn't go. I think it would have been because no one would have been like, yeah, you lost the Potato Bowl. or whatever it is, whatever.
I know. Well, and the big thing was Moose had lined up 3 bowls. And then Frost went up to his office and said, hey, we just voted to not play. Well, how do you think Moose reacted? It was not good. It was bad. It was a bad day for Scott Frost. His boss was incensed. You're telling me we're not going to play? We have bowls lined up. So now I'm going to call these guys and say, no, go.
When we come back, we'll have some more your discussion next on Early Break from Scott Frost and Early Break in the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Bring new life to metal treasures with Kaiser Blasting and Coatings. From railings and fences to outdoor furniture and unique antiques, their expert team removes years of rust and weathering, then finishes each piece with a lasting powder coat. Trusted by industries across the region, now local homeowners and businesses can experience the same professional care. Visit KaiserBlasting.com or call 402-421-3559 to request your quote. Restore, protect, and make your metal shine like never before with the help of Kaiser Blasting and Coatings.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
We interrupt this commercial break for an important story.
There once was a man from Nebraska who went searching for food in Alaska. When his stomach was rumbling while laying in bed, he could think of only one option, Führer's cheese spread. So he left at once and drove day and night to return back home for cheese spread delight. Now his stomach is full and the voice in his head tells him no more vacations without Führer's cheese spread. Find yours today at most local grocers.
Put lawn irrigation on automatic. Think Judson Irrigation for worry-free service to Lincoln homeowners and business community. Judson Irrigation will turn on your sprinkler system in the spring, repair or redesign as needed, and turn it off in the fall. For service to orphan sprinklers, remember Judson Irrigation. They'll never forget you.
Call the Judson Irrigation Orphanage, 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
An award-winning softball season deserves a celebration. Don't miss your chance to congratulate Jordy Ball in person. Join the team at Midwest Bank for a special meet and greet on July 16th at their Jamie Lane location as they recognize her incredible achievements. Bring your friends, your team spirit, and your favorite gear for Jordy to sign, and it all kicks off at 4 p.m. They can't wait to see you there. Get all the details at midwest.bank. Midwest Bank, member FDIC.
This
I'm not on drugs. I'm not drunk.
is Early Break Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and etiquettefm.com.
Good news if you are hungry today for lunch or dinner. It's Wednesday, which means Ruhlman's is open. Closed Monday and Tuesday, open on Wednesday. So today you can get to Ruhlman's Steakhouse for lunch or dinner and get a nice filet mignon, New York strip, ribeye, or a sirloin like you would get sip at Ruhlman's Steakhouse.
Ruhlman's, Jake, I think the big news the other night was the crab rice.
Crab rice.
I'm not joking around here. It's really good. It's spiced well, and they give you it's a surprisingly big bowl of it.
Of crab rice?
Yeah. If you get the side, you'll be surprised how big the bowl is of crab rice. It's really good. The crab rice was good, and the asparagus was great, and the steaks are. I'm going back. I think I'm going back. This will be 3 times in a 10-day span. I think I'm going back Friday or Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I need to get back there. We were there obviously for a couple weeks ago, and I need to get back there and have a steak dinner. I've been there for brunch and lunch a couple times. I still have not been there besides our event for a dinner before. So I need to get a steak there.
You didn't get the steak.
I've had prime rib.
The prime rib's delightful. We had it at our event. It was excellent. I just real quick, I'm looking where UCF is picked. Phil Steele picks Scott's program 12th in the Big 12.
So, Ruhlman's Steakhouse in between Lincoln and Omaha Highway 6 and Ashland. Speaking of that, Tulane Tanner on the text line.
Aggressive, Bill.
Had to get a paper towel.
Yes.
Tulane Tanner on the text line says, why don't you guys get on some UCF media on the show so they can get a clue and ask him some tough questions about his false narrative about Nebraska? Oh,
not a bad question.
What's the recommendation to get
some UCF media on the show so we can get they can get a clue and ask them some tough questions about his false narrative of Nebraska?
Now, if you're a UCF reporter, do you want to go? I don't know. I'd have to.
Well, first of all, if I'm UCF, I'm like going, yeah, I really don't have much to say about this. I mean, it's kind of like this doesn't really and I would imagine most likely, I would highly doubt that an agent /AD/ anyone said you killed it. Nice. Yeah. That was a good move.
What did you learn?
Yeah. Yeah. And so I think that I would imagine that his agent probably is like, okay, this probably doesn't really kill you in any aspect, but probably not the best, picture of everything, because it also, those type of things do leak out nationally. And so if you're just a Kyle Whittingham in the Big 12 and you're reading that today, you're like, well, that's kind of a weird thing to say.
How about
it's kind of an odd thing to say.
I mean, isn't the question to Frost? Now, Frost should be able to handle this. And I think this was the question at the podium. And he should be able to handle this question. What did you learn from your experience at Nebraska? Now, that would set him up to say something that was more appealing than what he did. What did you learn? Yeah. That's a good question. Now, I don't think he'd give you a good answer, but it's a good question.
Yeah, it's a great question.
What did you learn? Because you went you could preface it. You went 16-31. It didn't turn out anything like you wanted it to turn out. In fact, it was an abject disaster. So surely you learned something from that experience.
So if you were a UCF fan, that's what you'd like to hear. You'd
100.
Like to hear, okay, what did we learn from it? How's that going to transfer over to us?
100.
And like, okay, with this, and this, it's like, okay, we're on the right path. Here we go.
And Frost can't say, hey, why is that? It's not germane. It's not relevant to this discussion. Yeah, it is relevant. It's very relevant. You came off of a disaster, right? The job before this one. So no, it's absolutely a fair question.
I'd be curious for UCF fans. 8 years ago, he went undefeated there. Then, of course, Nebraska happened. He was off the job for a couple of years. I wonder, are they excited to see him back? Because 8 years ago was great, but he had a huge failure since then. Would UCF fans say, glad to have him back, or he might be damaged goods since he was here last time at UCF.
Yeah, I'm not sure what
they're in the Big 12 now.
I'm not sure what
they're
their
a tougher
is.
conference now.
I do believe, from what I was told, from just the general search people that I knew, really good friends that were in that world, was that it's kind of the same thing with maybe like the Bill Moose situation was. There were several others that were heavily considered.
Is that right?
It wasn't just at all costs we have to get.
I wonder who that was.
And
I
so-
don't expect you to know. I wonder though.
But I mean,
I'd have to
UCF,
look
it's
back.
they're in the Big 12.
Yeah, I'd have to look back.
Yeah, so there would have been a lot of people that would have
Names.
There would have been very good names for that job, and so, but he ended up getting the job. Obviously, that will be the one thing you always wonder about. It's like, Shiano made his name. How? They were in the big
huge
East.
run at Rutgers
In the
once
Big
upon a
East.
time
In the
yeah.
Big East.
In the Big East, yeah.
And then now they're in the Big Ten, and it's not been
much
good
there. Yeah.
I mean, are they better than what they were?
Probably.
Yes, they're better than what they were. You always like, because your first thing you say, Rutgers came in here and played Nebraska good.
Yeah,
they're going to be well coached. That they can't get over the top. They're preseason like what 16th or 15th or whatever
Low.
it is.
Yep.
I mean, so you're not like. So it's a different game for him than what he had in the Big East. It's not the same.
No.
And so that'll be the question is, they were in the AAC, right?
Yep.
And so now they're in the Big 12.
Right.
That's different every week. And so that will be something that's different for them.
It
Now
is.
they're in a great spot now. I mean, UCF, someone said, what team has a chance to be really good? Right away, I go, ooh, UCF. Ooh, pretty good.
Yeah, and he's in a great area.
Yeah.
And he used to stress that too, by the way. He did. I've told you that before. He uses the old line. I can roll out of bed and find receivers in the Orlando area, which is true. And that fits his offense. But I think, to answer Jake's question, I do think they're pretty excited down there when they got him. I don't think
second round.
Yeah, second round. I think
if you go back, I should have researched this harder. I just had it in my mind. I was thinking, who went back with success? Shiano, moderate, right? But you'd still say
moderate.
Bill Snyder, but
they're
he
better
retired
than
the first
where they've been.
How'd Snyder do?
He was number one at one point when he went back in 2012. I want to say with Colin Klein. They didn't finish number one, but they were number one at one point.
Good memory. Good memory.
And he was a Heisman finalist. Colin Klein.
Bo went back to Youngstown, right?
Yep.
Am I wrong?
Had a good.
Oh, he did. Pretty good, not great.
Was he ever the head coach at Youngstown?
Maybe not.
No, he's never the head coach at Youngstown before that.
No, yeah.
My bad.
Yeah,
he was never the head coach.
No, he's never the head coach.
Not a first time.
Right. You go back and look at Riley was not going well at all. That was the shocking hire when he came here. He was on the cusp of being let go at Oregon State. Go back and look at the numbers.
13 and 12.
Right. Yeah, the numbers were not good when he went
last
back.
25, he was 13 and 12.
And so that was one. Go back in time and you do Bill Walsh. First year back, really good. Offense was bad, defense really good. After that, failed. And so there's not a lot of times where you can sit there and say that, wow, it got better. It just took off again from where they were.
Should we do it?
And so I don't know who.
Should we do it? Should we look at their schedule?
Whose?
UCF's.
Okay.
Quickly.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to go back for what we were talking about.
No,
the coaches that have went back in time.
I want to see how he's going to, what they might do this year. It's not bad. Jacksonville State on Thursday night. North Carolina A&T. Then the big one, North Carolina.
You had 2 easy wins to start. North Carolina's that's not a tough out. You can win that game. You're not going, what do we do? Yep. No, not at all.
Wow, Frost is going to Kansas State. Well, I guess he's going to have to do that all the time now. Not all the time.
So they're at Kansas State next? Okay.
September 27th. Then Kansas in Florida. Then at Cincinnati. West Virginia in Florida. At Baylor. Houston in Florida. At Texas Tech. Oklahoma State, and then at BYU.
That's not bad.
No,
that's not a horrible schedule at all.
Yeah, BYU losing their quarterback. That could be an easy 8-win season.
Yep, that's not brutal. That's not a brutal schedule at all for UCF. Not bad.
You're one non-con. First of all, you got 2 almost layup wins, and then you have one that's North Carolina. That's not a bad.
Could be a good first year for Frosty at UCF.
Yeah,
Nebraska fans.
I'd be shocked if they weren't pretty good.
When we come back, song of the day in the mailbag next, an early break on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete in Lincoln. With 3 plants across the city, there are plenty of opportunities to start or grow your driving career. They offer great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they cover the cost of CDL training. Apply today and receive a $2,500 hiring bonus. Since 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today with ready-mixed concrete. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's nebcoinc.com.
We interrupt this commercial break for an important story.
There once was a man from Nebraska who went searching for food in Alaska. When his stomach was rumbling while laying in bed, he could think of only one option, Führer's cheese spread. So he left it once and drove day and night to return back home for cheese spread delight. Now his stomach is full and the voice in his head tells him no more vacations without Führer's cheese spread. Find yours today at most local grocers.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at gainatrucking.com.
An award-winning softball season deserves a celebration. Don't miss your chance to congratulate Jordy Ball in person. Join the team at Midwest Bank for a special meet and greet on July 16th at their Jamie Lane location as they recognize her incredible achievements. Bring your friends, your team spirit, and your favorite gear for Jordy to sign, and it all kicks off at 4 p.m. They can't wait to see you there. Get all the details at midwest.bank. Midwest Bank, member FDIC.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Put lawn irrigation on automatic. Think Judson Irrigation for worry-free service to Lincoln homeowners and business community. Judson Irrigation will turn on your sprinkler system in the spring, repair or redesign as needed, and turn it off in the fall. For service to orphan sprinklers, remember Judson Irrigation. They'll never forget you.
Call the Judson Irrigation Orphanage 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
In today's digital world, technology works great until it doesn't. At Hamilton, we work to keep your business up and running. We are more than an IT company. We're your partner, focused on customized solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Say goodbye to tech stress and unexpected IT costs when you hire Hamilton. Together, we help you focus on what really matters. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Fairway has fresh cut meats, seafood, cheese, wine, and spirits, and a friendly staff that's always ready to help you find what you need. Stop by Fairway Meat Market today to plan your weekly meals in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Batter up! Join us this summer at Haymarket Park for 50 action-packed Salt Dogs games running now through August. Visit saltdogs.com for updates on everything you need to know about weekly promotions, giveaways, and special events. That's where you'll find the latest updates to make sure you catch all the excitement and never miss a homestand you want to attend. Haymarket Park is your ticket to fun all summer long. Visit saltdogs.com to get your tickets and unleash the fun.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're
No,
a big tough?
never feel like an
If
idiot.
you're a big tough guy this morning,
But you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Once again, your song of the day from 1982, Caught Up in You, 38 special, 464-568-51 is bad, 10 is good. Text your rating on the Sauter Heyman Jewelers song of the day. By the way, if you want to see 38 special, there in concert this Saturday at La Vista, the Astro with Kansas.
Whoa.
Kansas and 38 special at the Astro in La Vista this Saturday.
They'd have to play in the empty lot across from my house.
Uh-oh.
And there's a chance I'd watch it from my lounger chair
on.
with the window
Not a
open.
good sign for Bill's score here.
No. 38 special. There's some songs, there's a few things.
Wow, this is
that's gonna be a very different scores here.
It's very bubblegum type. That song is not a walk up. How many times have you heard it?
Walk-up.
Yeah, how many times have you heard it, Steve?
A zillion.
A zillion times. Never does anything for me. It's kind of background noise. Don't get repulsed. It might even stay on if I'm driving and I'm just kind of zoned out, where I'd be just kind of that zoned out, I didn't change it like that.
Very deep.
Just it was I'm looking down the road and it's okay. that song's over. I guess I listened to the whole thing.
I didn't skip it,
and I don't know why I didn't.
Why is your head bobbing?
Well, exactly. It's I don't even know. Okay, so now it's a 4-6.
Okay.
It's a 4-6.
Must be a very different score.
It's not in the twos, but no, that does not go anywhere with me.
You were always emphasizing honesty, which you were brutally honest. That song doesn't do anything for you.
No, and it doesn't.
Well,
for
like
you.
when you were gonna meet, when you're in the early stages of courting Laura.
We never played any 38 special. Hey, throw some 38 special.
But
quick.
when you heard it,
romantic right now.
Romantic.
Did it make you have certain feelings when you heard that?
No.
Oh,
No.
oh, dang. Well, I'm surprised. I guess I feel differently about that song than you do. I really like it.
Tell you were bobbing your head.
Yeah, I've always liked it.
Yeah, nothing for me. That'll never
you
change.
said 4.7, Bill?
Yeah,
4.6.
I'm way
4.6.
above that.
Yeah.
Now I'm not getting in the nines with it because some of what Bill said does resonate. I mean, it's a little bit poppy or a lot poppy, but I always thought that's their best song. Now they don't have a lot.
Hold on loosely.
Eh, Yeah.
It's better.
That's the other one you'd look
No,
at.
I don't like Hold On Loosely as well as that. I like that song. That's their best song, in my opinion.
Can you imagine like before they go on stage or something like that? Like imagine back in the day like that, like Merle Haggard and stuff like, hey, play that 38 Special song before we go out, because that'll get us going.
So Caught Up in You. Hey, Kansas is playing with them?
Yes.
At the Astro.
In La Vista. Saturday.
Tickets are hard to get.
That's tempting. It's kind of tempting. That's an 8.6. I like the song, always have.
The only number I'd give worse than what I gave this song would be Dust in the Wind by King.
Well, you already gave that a 1.
Yeah.
We already played that before. You guys both gave that song horrible.
Did I give it a horrible?
You guys both in the 1s for that. Or maybe a 2. At 2 at the highest.
Yeah. Dust in the Wind is horrible.
I'm surprised
that you guys both gave that a low.
I'm going to say Rudy's going to be somewhere with me. He's going to be a 5.6.
4.8 says little girl ? In the song.
Yeah.
So Caught Up in You, little girl.
Yeah. See, Rudy's kind of accurate with that.
There's some very questionable lyrics and songs over the years.
We played the Bee Gees yesterday.
Yeah, the Bee Gees.
What was
That's
that?
juicy and she's trouble.
Hey, Rudy took offense to Caught Up in You, little girl.
I support that.
Yeah, I kind of do too, actually.
But you gave it a 9, so
I gave it an 8.6. You can get away with a lot of weird lyrics in rock and roll songs,
And they do.
Yeah, they do.
Some ratings here before we move on to the mailbag. From the text line, Sandmaster and KC, 3.1. Bad start here. Guilt Nerd, 8.6. John and Lincoln, 9. Officer McLeod in Columbus, 8.9. Ron, 3.8. Lyle in Omaha, 9.4.
God, they're up and down.
Eric and Hickman, 4.
It's like B and U, side by side.
Mike and Dalton, 7.5. Plainsman in Grant, 7.9. Houston, 6.8. Who Clemens, 4.
Little high, Birds. A little high. Okay.
All right, that's yep.
Down the middle.
Gavin Pender, 8.8 from Gavin.
Yeah, that's right in Gavin's wheelhouse. Glenn would like it too. Yeah,
Who's Glenn?
This is his brother. He runs Pender. Yeah, he runs Pender. It's pretty cool.
Glenn.
Yeah.
Fritz and Lincoln, 8.6. Jane says you're hitting it out of the park this week, 9.8.
Wow,
she gave us the T-shirts yesterday also.
Oh.
Thank you, Jane.
Love the shirts.
Better Times, Too Ripped to Quit says 8.1 on that one. Better Times. Pops in Minnesota, 8. Nebraska Sledder, 6.5. Scooter and Roca says yes, 8.9. Yes.
Scooter
says yes.
If you heard that at a bar, you won't walk in and be okay?
No, I wouldn't. I would not at all.
You're very
Yeah,
brutally
and
honest.
Luke from Mississippi just moved back to Nebraska yesterday. Gives that song a 3.
Luke from Mississippi.
Yep, moved back to
Mississippi,
Nebraska
thank you.
yesterday.
Welcome back.
Yes,
Thank
welcome
you.
back.
Stop by. Love to meet you.
Quickly on YouTube, Genghis gives that a 7. Chris a 7.8. Troy a 9. Bolt 8.5. Nelson
He'll be driving
Montana
by pretty soon.
Nelson Montana 8.2. Al 7.8. Robert 6.8. Heyman 9.4 on that one. And Trent
Heyman.
8.2. Song of the day is "Caught Up in You" by 38 Special from 1982. It is time for the bag. The bag. The 3 words you don't want to hear in IT are what, Bill? I've been hacked.
Oh, God almighty.
Always sends a shiver down my spine.
Yeah, it makes my back hurt.
You won't get hacked with applied connective technologies in all 93 counties of the state. 99.6% retention rate. They handle all things IT and cybersecurity. And the best part for you, you get a free consultation at appliedconnective.com.
Will was out in Kearney running a volleyball tournament yesterday, or volleyball camp. Will was like the main guest they bring in. So he's running a camp out there. So he was in charge of all volleyball at UNK, Kearney State College. To me, Will was out there, but he went out and he met with the new office. Kearney is now open and rolling. Think about that. They started in Albion.
Yep.
They whipped down to Lincoln. Now they're out in Kearney. What does that scream? Success.
Growth.
Growth. They're protected to that because they have their return rate 99.62 now. 99.62 is where they're at. But Will says they need to hire. Also, they have to kill it. Oh, don't get me wrong. Norfolk also. They need another. They need a home run hire there. We need several home run hires out in Kearney. And you want to go to Kearney? Yeah. So I love going out there. Just all the new hotels and all the new.
Kearney's awesome.
Kearney is awesome.
It's killing it.
Yes, that's a place to vacation. I'm telling you. And Will knows that, and he's protecting
Who's
it.
doing a volleyball tournament?
Yes, he's running it. Will is in charge. Pretty cool.
AppliedConnective.com. To the mailbag, John says, good morning. If you had a boatload of money and you could drive any vehicle for your daily driver, what would you be driving? Jake, they don't make Cobalts anymore, so you can't choose the Cobalt. I would not choose the Cobalt, John. What would you guys choose if you had a boatload of money, any car you could drive? What would be your daily driver?
100% going retro. I'd be in a 69
Parallel lives.
I'd be in a 69 Chevelle, or I'd be in an I'd be in
Stole my thunder.
or I'd be in an El Camino.
Or just have both.
Yeah,
Or have a fleet.
both. Or like a 72 GTO.
Yep.
Something like
God,
that.
you're just nailing it.
Yeah, 72 Camaro. Would be another one.
Whatever Jan Zora had in my neighborhood, Bill would understand this completely. I just close your eyes. You don't have to close your eyes.
I'm doing it.
All right.
Eyes are closed. I'm
Green.
Okay.
Green, sparkly,
yes,
jacked up Nova, big fatty tires on the back.
Probably some Krager tires. That
Yes.
would be the rims. Krager rims.
Holy God, you got it.
Krager rims, and probably had 50s were kind of illegal. 60s would have been with the tires she would have had, I'm sure. Yeah. Like this, yes.
Black racing stripes. Down the hood, and you couldn't touch it. You could not even do this.
No, don't touch it.
Yeah, Steve was his brother,
With
a
the
friend
Nova?
of mine.
Who had the Nova?
Jan.
Jan
was his older brother.
And
Steve was my good friend, and we'd play basketball in the driveway. And one time, the basketball hit the car, and I thought, I don't even know if I'm going to make it home.
Oh, it was that way.
Yeah, it was that way. But I'd have a Nova like that, whatever year it was. I don't know what year his Nova was, but I'd have that Nova. That's same. We went right to muscle cars.
Muscle cars,
good choice.
Muscle cars, better times. There'd be not one part of me going, I don't know, maybe one of those new Tesla trucks. No.
I think the last truck I had.
No.
If I saw you in a Tesla, I don't know.
Bill's
what
had a crisis right now. He's having a Tesla truck.
Hey, muscle cars. Because here's the thing, too, Bill. If you have all that money, you don't have to worry about maintenance.
True.
It's no problem.
It's a boatload of money.
Yeah.
Money's nothing at that point.
Just have it. You take it in once a month. Just do everything you can. Just have it just perfect. Oh man,
that's it.
Next up, Michael says, "Morning from Alabama. I'm sure most of the fellow breakers have had their share of quote wrong jobs. Have any of you quit or turned down opportunities that you would call the quote wrong job?" Michael in Alabama.
Well, I told you I got fired from a sales job in college because you don't know about these, Jakes, but Steve will. There'd be these flyers would go out. You get them in the mail like that. You have just won a free TV, a 9-inch TV, or a VCR, or a micro, some sort of an. This would be back in the 80s, and you've won this. You have to do is just show up for this. So you show up to win this. You won something free.
Okay.
And they're trying to sell you a membership to a campground that is worldwide or nationwide, and just pay this money, and then you can go to all these other campgrounds and all this stuff. And it was a hoax. It was like it was so bad that, I mean, the campground, they had like a couple of trucks parked right there. Yeah, we're moving dirt down here and stuff. They weren't moving anything. It was going to be forever. So they'd come in and I'd be like, hey, you came in for the free TV. Yeah. Is there any chance you have $2,800 on you to write a check for us today? They're like, no, I just came here for a free TV. And so I would take them on the tour the whole time, and I wouldn't even try to sell them.
What?
I wouldn't even try to sell them. I wouldn't try to do anything.
This happened.
Yeah, I did this for about maybe 3-4 weeks, and it was such a hoax. And so I'm like, I just kind of hung on as long as I could. And then when I worked at I worked at the Legion Club forever, and there was a change late for the last like 6 months of my career here. I went to grandmother's across the viaduct down here, and the Legion Club was everything, free pour, everything. You can give free drinks away. They treated you. It was gold. Never been treated that well. I ate great food. They brought food back to me, shrimp and prime rib, and they just and you worked your tail off. But it was awesome. I go to grandmother's, and it was just like, it was insane. I saw a manager almost get fired because he was off one beer bottle on his count, and it was like you could not eat anything or do anything. And so I would eat. When I knew it was like my last couple of weeks, I'd eat as many Oreos as I could from the Oreo drinks and different stuff. So I'm just like, yeah, don't like this place.
You had a lot different. No, the only time I ever had a bad job was it wasn't even it's hard to explain because I don't know if you're familiar with the concept. it was just a day thing. Like I was working at the Independent, but I had moved into an apartment. I just wasn't very good with finances, and I moved into an apartment that was way too expensive for what I was making. So I had to, on days off, I would just go work. You go to these, well, I don't know what you call them, a temp job. Yeah.
Sure.
And I worked in a lumber yard and I couldn't do it. I mean, I was working with young guys and I was hauling heavy lumber and I couldn't do it. I mean, I was littler than I am now. And I just couldn't keep up. I was like, I just can't do it. I was working with a bunch of young dudes and I went home. I could barely get up the next day. I was like, I'm not cut out for this. Better be a sports writer. Sport temp job was and I did it a few times. That's it. Needed the extra money. I moved into a apartment that was way too expensive. I thought, I got a job. I can live like a king. No, couldn't. I
don't think I have one that I regret at all. A job.
What about the salad manager?
Yeah. I like that job.
Did you?
I was the sides manager at the back alley eatery in Beatrice. Barbecue restaurant. I managed the sides.
My bad.
I made
sides manager.
I made salads. I put the different things in the dishes.
You like that job?
Cottage cheese, potato salad. I didn't mind that at all. It was
sides
sweet.
manager.
Oh man, that was a fun job.
You were a manager.
Yeah, I got like half off my meals too. It was a great deal. It was a great restaurant.
Incredible.
I love that place.
This is incredible.
Back Alley Eatery was incredible. And those in Beatrice, that's true.
I wouldn't even take the couple and they have like 2 kids. I'd give them their gift and I wouldn't even send them through like the last closer. There'd be like a closer where you bring them to me and I'll close. I'd be like, hey, just whip out of here. Just go through this like that. Yeah, it was a complete scam. Yeah, it was.
That's sort of disturbing.
I don't. That one bothers me, Bill. That story.
That's interesting.
I don't like that.
You've had a lot of interesting jobs.
Last one from Kelly says, good morning, guys. Just wrapped up managing a fireworks stand for 10 straight days. As you can imagine, I saw all sorts of people come through during that time. This got me thinking, which of these things that guys do is most annoying to you? Number 1, randomly just spitting on the ground. Number 2, walking around with a toothpick in your mouth. 3, revving the car or having music very loud to get others' attention. 4, calling people boss, chief, buddy, pal, or other things you can't stand other guys doing. Thanks. Have a great week. Anything that bothers you about?
That bothers me. I really get it. That is fun stuff. Hey, sport. Hey, stud.
Hey, champ.
Boss. All those. Yeah, it's kind of like, what?
Oh, Jake hates that.
Yeah. Hey, bud. Yeah.
Bud.
Yeah, I'm not
Especially
real.
It's a younger person calling you bud.
I'm not real high on that. I agree with that. I'm not real high on that. That would annoy me the most.
The toothpick doesn't bother me at all.
Toothpick doesn't bother me at all.
I get that. I do that sometimes.
Spitting on the ground.
Now the revving the car, the revving of the car, I don't really see that. And I've never really went by something like that. Someone's like revving their car. Back in our day, people rev their car all the time. That was a big deal.
Yeah, you don't see that as much.
You don't see that as much.
The boss, the champ thing is probably the worst thing of those. Spitting on the ground is sort of annoying and obnoxious. If you have chewing, though. Frosty did that a lot.
Another Frosty shot here on the show.
Oh, it's not a shot.
Yeah,
He had big Chaw in his mouth a lot of the time. It's funny. And the people in our office made a big deal of it because there's not supposed to be tobacco on campus. And I was like, okay, what are we doing? Chaw. There was a time, though, one time that was funny to me. It was at Big Ten. I don't know why. It was funny to me. At Big Ten Media Days, he got off the podium where he was speaking and took his chaw and just threw it on the ground. Just a big
it happened.
Like Frost.
Yeah, we all saw it. It was very visible. We all saw it. So that's the mailbag. Thanks for all the questions. Sponsored by Applied Connective Technologies. Hour 2 is next, an early break on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
An award-winning softball season deserves a celebration. Don't miss your chance to congratulate Jordy Ball in person. Join the team at Midwest Bank for a special meet and greet on July 16th at their Jamie Lane location as they recognize her incredible achievements. Bring your friends, your team spirit, and your favorite gear for Jordy to sign, and it all kicks off at 4 p.m. They can't wait to see you there. Get all the details at midwest.bank. Midwest Bank, member FDIC.
Western Sand and Gravel is hiring for a variety of positions at their sand and gravel plants near Ashland. Apply today and receive a $2,500 hiring bonus. Available positions include plant operators, dredge operators, and shop service technicians. They offer great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, paid holidays, and paid time off. No matter your experience level, on-the-job training is available to help you build a rewarding career with Western Sand and Gravel. Start your career today. Visit westernsand.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at gainatrucking.com.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Fairway has fresh cut meats, seafood, cheese, wine, and spirits, and a friendly staff that's always ready to help you find what you need. Stop by Fairway Meat Market today to plan your weekly meals in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards just south of 48th and Holdridge.
Since 1983, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs have been a trusted and reliable company in Lincoln and the surrounding areas. Fast Mike's handles all sides of construction projects, home renovations, or big cleanouts. With the perfect size dumpster to fit your needs, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs will haul it all. With same-day delivery in Lincoln, affordable rates, and top-notch service, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs make cleanup quick and easy. Call now at 402-450-6828 or visit us online at fastmikeroll-offs.com. Book your dumpster today. Fast Mike's Roll-Offs, cleanup made simple.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Call the trial attorneys you can trust. 877-42-LIBERTY.
In today's digital world, technology works great until it doesn't. At Hamilton, we work to keep your business up and running. We are more than an IT company. We're your partner, focused on customized solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Say goodbye to tech stress and unexpected IT costs when you hire Hamilton. Together, we help you focus on what really matters. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Rick Heyman here from Starter Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. Visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at starterheyman.com.
Starter Heyman Jewelers.
Attention all Wings fans, Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays enjoy 40% off boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O or in Williamsburg Village.
Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by Midwest Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers.
So-
I'm not the Texans, and I'm not the Titans. So
Bill,
I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Wednesday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on early break. Hour 2, as always, sponsored by our friends at Midwest Bank. Member FDIC. Location South Lincoln at 27th and Jamie Lane. Also at 70th and Pioneers. And what does Shin Daddy have going on today in Creighton, Bill?
Well, Steve and Jake, I thought, so you know, the cat's out of the bag. The cat's out of the bag. Shin Daddy has had a couple, 6 large gunny sacks full of kittens delivered to the bank. So when you come
Gunny
in
sack.
today, you'll get a kitten. So everyone that does their
Required.
banking, required you take a kitten home because the cat's out of the bag.
What the immediate concern is, why are they in gunny sacks?
Well, it's just safe travel, and the only way they could be in gunny sacks, otherwise it wouldn't add up to the cat's out of the bag.
Gotta
Steve,
follow the
gotta
cliches
follow
here. Come on,
yeah,
man.
Come on, figure it out, Steve.
Cat's out of the bag.
Shin Daddy follows the
So
rules.
the cats will be getting out of the bag at 8:44 today. So when you come in, you're going to get yourself a kitten. So no matter what, when you get, and you have to take it. Yes,
It's amazing.
Imagine coming out, like I said, like, you're a little late. You just showered in the locker room, and then your wife.
That's still
"What are you
there.
doing?"
It's good.
And why do we
We
have
have
a
a new
cat? Why do we have a kid? Hey, Muffy.
It's Naughty Claude.
It's not. it's a feral cat.
That's even better.
Just
They're feral kittens.
feral cats.
Just like darting all over the car.
Tearing up your leather. Just going nuts.
Ian.
I had to take it.
I had to take it. It's not. They got it. Well, I found it in a barn. They're good cats, good kittens. You'll love them.
Sanderson says, I think I'll just go tomorrow to deposit this check. I think I'll skip it out today. I was going to wait
go tomorrow.
Shinny's standing there with a gunny sack full of kittens as you come in. Here you go.
Cat's out of the bag.
Cat's out of the bag. That happened to us. We lived on it for some reason. We moved out onto in Georgia. We lived in Iowa for 1 or 2 years. Anyway, we were there and my dad was coaching and teaching over there. I was very young, and we lived on. They had feral cats or barn cats.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
And my sister got a kitten,
Yeah.
and brought it inside to tame it. Just same thing. Up and down
tore
the
up
curtains,
the
just tore there. The cat was right back out.
Yeah.
Cat was right back out.
Oh, feral cats are amazing. Chloe's feral,
Yeah,
the one we have, and it's great. Chloe's nuts. Now she can be in a house now, but she just does odd stuff still. She's
Like?
feral. It's hard to describe some of the stuff she does. She'll just be looking off into the distance, and then all of a sudden, dart. Just for no
Don't
reason.
cats do that in general? Pretty
this
standard
is-
cat procedure, I think.
She'll just tear through the house for no reason.
Okay.
I mean, just odd.
I
generally
miss
odd
our. We have 2 cats, and they're older now, so they don't do as much.
You have 2 cats.
We have 2 cats, yes,
And sugar.
Max and May, and that was quite. Now they can almost live together. It was a little rough for a while, but they're okay. But
Norman.
But I missed the middle of the night just hearing the 2 cats running around the house or chasing a pencil across the wood floor. You they just run crazy all night. They're up all night.
Yep.
And sometimes you get in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, they're just looking at you like, "What's up?" And they're just staring at
Go
you.
back to your room.
Go back to your room.
It's our time, man.
You do hear him. You'll hear him. You just hear all of a sudden.
Yeah. And then during the day, I'll see them. They'll be on a couch. I mean, they're passed out. I mean, they're like for 4 hours.
Yeah,
not
every
moved.
day. She just gets up on the bed and she's down for 7 hours.
Yeah. Their total steps sometimes it has to be under 20. Yeah, they don't go anywhere. They don't do anything.
I like the big eyes. What's up?
It's up. It freaks you out.
Go back to your
Middle
room,
of the
man.
night and walk
This is
out.
our time.
Norman
Hey.
used to freak. We had a cat named Norman. Super
Norman
mean.
was evil, you said.
Oh, Norman was incredible. Like evil. But Lori was amazing the way she handled it. Like Norman would be freaking out. And she would just grab Norman and pick him up. And Norman would be clawing at her and trying to bite her. And she'd just laugh. I'd be like, there's no way I'm picking another cat up.
No.
Oh, Norman, just stop it, Norman. And Norman's just trying to kill her. It's amazing. Women are amazing.
Norm.
I wouldn't go down the hall. If Norman was in the hallway, we had a long hallway. If he was in the hallway and I was approaching, I'd just go somewhere else. I'd go in the other direction. I wouldn't go
in your own house.
I wouldn't
In your own
test
house.
him. I was just like, okay, I'm not gonna.
Did Norman go after the bear-sized raccoon too?
No.
I thought that was Norman.
Norman, was actually met his death by coyote.
Yeah,
I
didn't
heard
know
it
that.
outside the window. It was really bad.
He went
Coyote
down
got
fighting,
it.
though, I bet.
Yeah, he did. I'm sure
I looked
he
out
did.
one time in the backyard, and nose to nose was a fox and Max, and Max won. The fox
Really?
would not no.
Really?
Yeah, and those two cats, they bully Sugar.
They
Oh
do?
man, oh they do. Oh, both of them. They go after.
I can see that.
Oh yeah, they
Mental.
do. Yeah, they do. They go.
They
after
got her mentally.
Yeah.
Where were we?
Thanks to Midwest Bank for
Oh, was that-
sponsoring hour
No,
two.
cat's out of the
That
bag.
was Sydney.
Yeah, Shindig.
And I bet every so often he says that. The cat's out of the bag.
Sanderson's like, rear.
Sandy, I'll just go tomorrow.
I'll go tomorrow.
I'll just check it tomorrow with my deposit. It's fine. 464-5685. Call or text as always. You want to hit the Hype Mobile or Brett Yormark? here?
Yormark.
Okay.
Yormark.
Brett Yormark, Big 12 commissioner, was at the podium yesterday at Big 12 Media Days in Frisco, Texas. Voiced his praise, of course, and desires for the league, as well as kind of a shot at the Big 10, people thought, in terms of the playoff model that he wants.
I'm very skeptical of his appearance.
Ooh, why is that?
This whole just
What
what happened? Why now? Does it make you wonder a little bit why all of the sudden he's doubling down on 5+11? Did Sankey get to him? Okay, that's
Well,
one thing.
Obviously he did.
Yep.
Obviously he did.
All of a sudden, Yormark is saying, I love 5'11. And by the way, I think Jim Phillips of the ACC is going to love it too. And oh, by the way, who's head of the college football playoff committee now? Oh, it's a Big 12 commissioner. Yeah, we just got to improve the metrics. That's the metric he's talking about. We got the guy running the CFP committee now. This all seemed a little odd to me.
It was different. It wasn't what I anticipated.
What the hell?
It was like I said, I listened a little bit this morning. They played back some of the Petiti stuff with Joel Klatt this morning, and to tie in with this, to tie this thing together. And it was like you said, complete opposite ends of the spectrum.
Right.
Complete opposite. And it sounds like it's, like you said, it's Big 12, ACC, SEC, Big 10's over here.
Yep.
It sounds like
the Big 10 is way over here with what's going on. It's going to, and then also that the part that I want more games. I like better games. I'm really now on board with it. Just keep it at 12. I'm really on board to keep the playoff.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm fine.
You
with
don't
it.
want 5'11.
I'm fine with it right there. And there's Farley. I'm fine with that. And I like more quality games. Now, the one thing that I really enjoyed about Petiti's interview with Klatt, and he'll get a chance to talk obviously at media days, was that his big press was more quality games. Just keep getting more quality games because that is what the fans want, which is true. So I'm in fan mode now. And so I want nothing but I just want better games. I want SEC at 9 games. I want better non-conference games. That's what I want to see. I have zero interest in, like they said, Penn State's first 3 games of whatever is Nevada. They have 3 layup games. And to play 3 layup games for anybody, I don't see it. It should be 9 conference games and 1 crossover that is Big 12 or ACC.
We better get Sankey on board with you then. I just don't understand why Yormark all of a sudden is all in on 5'11. Except they must be banding together, the Big 12, ACC, and SEC.
Oh, I think that's very clear. That the shot was fired at the Big 10 yesterday with that statement. I'm a little shocked that he spoke for Jim Phillips.
But I think this is the call. I'll play it so you guys can hear the audio of what we're talking about here. This is from Brett Yormark yesterday at Big 12 Media Days in Frisco.
We continue to believe the 5'11 model proposed by the Big 12 and the ACC is the right playoff format for college football. We want to earn it on the field. We do not need a professional model because we are not the NFL. We are college football, and we must act like it. There is nothing in sports like college football, and we must protect what makes it special and do what's right for the fans and the game. I have a lot of faith in what they're doing, and 5'11 is fair. We want to earn it on the field. It might not be the best solution today for the Big 12, given your comments about AQs. But long-term, knowing the progress we're making, the investments we're making, it's the right format for us. And I'm doubling down today on 5'11.
Okay. Brett Yormark.
That was
Media days yesterday.
Just the presentation of
It's
it was interesting. Just how it
Why
was.
is he talking like this?
Yeah, it was just even like he was talking. It sounded very odd.
Sounds like he's like giving a commencement speech or something like that.
It did sound like
Talking at graduation.
Sound good to me.
It was
so odd
because like it was everything about it was odd, very very
Why
odd.
is he talking like that?
Now he did pound his own chest first, by saying that this was our idea. So what he's saying is that Sankey has joined up with them.
Yeah, I don't trust it. I don't like it. And then he has that bit about that we're doing a full audit of the selection process to figure out how they can modernize and contemporize how they use data. That sounds great. I mean, so when they come around to selecting teams, they're going to have all these metrics that we won't understand. None of it sounds.
Can you
good.
imagine that though? He said 5'11". So that's what is that?
5. It's the
Yeah,
5 highest rated
and
conference
11 at large.
5 highest rated conference champions.
And 11 at large.
Right.
They're going to select 11 teams.
Right.
The committee's going to select
Right.
11.
I know.
I mean, that
Leave
is,
it in the hands of the committee.
I mean, how brutal. Think about that. Just the fact that it's 11.
And they're going to modernize the metrics. Great. So we're not.
And what does that even mean?
Well, it
Yeah,
means
walk
we're
me
going to
through
have
that.
discussions on our
Yeah.
show that we have no idea what we're talking about. That's one thing it's going to mean. We're going to try to figure out the metrics.
What
We
metrics can be modernized? What needs to be modernized?
I don't know.
Anything?
Well, they always say that with the strength of schedule,
know.
there's
I don't know.
there's not enough data. They always say it's a shorter season. But I wish there was at least something that's like the QR2. And what is that? Well, I just wish you had some metrics that at least would say, hey, FYI, these guys, they hit the perfect schedule. They didn't play anybody. They had no non-conference.
Yeah.
They didn't play, and they didn't play the same team, that other people did.
Oh, it's going to be.
If you're sitting there and you're Florida and you're looking at other teams, you're like going, "Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?"
Oh, it'll be a headache.
And so
It'll be a headache.
And
I just liked it when it was. I think that team's better than that one.
Yeah.
They're in. They're the national champ.
Which
It's not
is
that anymore.
Which is, I heard this the other day, and I think it was Greg McElroy said, he goes, part of the beauty of college has always been the absolute crazy uniqueness in how odd it is. Like he said, during his lifetime, and he's younger than obviously me and Sip, he goes, the winner was chosen by someone who voted for him, by some writers. That's who picked the national
It was
champion.
better back then, by
That's
the
who
way.
picked it. And then it went to obviously then the BCS, then the 4 team, and now to this. But it was crazy. Like I told you, I think was it 68 or so? Nixon proclaimed Texas national champion. They hadn't even played the bowl game yet.
Listen,
He in the locker room.
I know what you're going to say.
See that.
I know when I say that it was
Oh.
better, it was flawed and all that. But
But part of the flaw was part of the fun.
I know.
Now when you look back on it,
now
part
we
of the
got this
flaw-
guy. Yeah.
No, you're good at that. But part of the flaw was part of the fun. It really was. And then it made everything else so valuable. So valuable. The bowl games were so important and stuff. So
Jake,
we're not
I'm
going to go
sorry.
backwards, but the 16 team, like I said, they're going to do it because there's just so much money. They can't turn down the extra games.
They're going to do it.
It's going to go to 16. And
It's
gonna be-
5'11".
It's going to be 5'11.
Yeah, that was the significance of Yormark yesterday. When you read it and heard it, you're like, oh yeah, they're going 5'11".
Yeah.
They're the ACC, Big 12, and SEC are going to push it. Big 10 is not going to have any.
When it's 3-1, you're not winning.
It's over.
Yeah, you have no chance of
Husker
winning.
Demon. This would really be aggravating in terms of modernizing the metrics.
It's about a kitten?
What do you
No,
say?
Husker Demon says modernize would mean that AI would pick out the playoff team. I'm sure it will. That's probably in play here. Husker Demon probably is AI computer system again, like the BCS.
Just remember
Go back to BCS.
The BCS would have, in the last several years, completely nailed it. Yeah. People would run the BCS. It's like, FYI, all this stuff over here, it's right here, just how we had it. The BCS was really spot on. They were really good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Probably the only time when the BCS was really completely jacked up was when Nebraska played Miami in the national championship game in the Rose Bowl. Because they just gave up 60.
That was probably
well, no, but they gave up.
wrong.
They got beat in the
It was
last
a
game of the
mismatch.
year.
Yeah.
62-36. Yeah. And so that was the one time you kind of go, I don't know if that was the right.
No, a lot of things fell into place. It was bizarre. Things just kept falling into place, kept falling into place. You're like, oh, wow, okay. Nebraska's going to play Miami. Not good.
That didn't go well.
No.
But
Mismatch.
Brett Yormark making some.
God,
It's just the way he speaks. It bothers me. It was a very odd. It's very strange the way he's talking.
I agree.
Not what he's saying, but the way he is presenting is very bizarre.
No, it was obvious what's going on.
Petiti will be when he gets up there, he's much more likable.
Agree.
He does. When you listen to him, like his Joel Klatt interview, it is like, that was really well done. I don't care which side you're on, what's he saying like that. It's like,
he's
that was
more likable.
That was very, very well done. So everyone now is going to be heated. I mean, right now, this is the first time since this one came out early, fired across the bow. I'm like, can't wait for the next one. Can't wait for the ACC. And all I want to hear is the commissioner. Can't wait to hear
Jim Phillips.
Can't wait
Get
to
on
hear.
board with 511.
Yeah.
That's
Take
what's
shots
going on.
at Petiti over here.
Well, I don't think he'll take shots. No, he won't take shots.
He won't
at
mention
Petiti.
them, though.
No.
They're not going to take shots at Petiti.
Yeah.
Petiti's just,
And
he's on the wrong end of it. You know,
Yeah.
For whatever reason, these guys got on board with 511.
hold it now. So you'd rather have AQs?
I mean, I don't mind the 511. It's just that I just wonder what happened.
I wonder
how these guys.
I wonder what happened, but as I watched the whole thing, I want the 511. I don't want 4 AQs for two conferences.
I don't know. I'm not exactly. I mean, 11. A committee selecting 11 teams.
That's where I think is hard. I do. They're selecting 11 teams,
and then we're going to have these strange metrics that everybody's going to try to explain, and it's going to get weird. It will get weird.
The one that bothers me the most is the point differential, that type of thing. Or also when people trying to score an extra 2 touchdowns at the end of a game because we got to beat them by 40. It makes us look at this. That's the one that drives me just completely nuts. They need to have something of a strength of schedule to at least have how do you judge it? Because they do it in every other sport.
I know
they do it in every other sport.
How are you going to do it?
It's a small number. I get it, but that's got to be part of it.
I agree.
When we come back, Bills Thrills next, an early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards just south of 48th and Holdridge.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Call the trial attorneys you can trust. 877-42-LIBERTY.
Since 1983, Fast Mike's Rollouts have been a trusted and reliable company in Lincoln and its surrounding areas. Fast Mike's handles all sides of construction projects, home renovations, or big cleanouts. With the perfect size dumpster to fit your needs, Fast Mike's Rollouts will haul it all. With same-day delivery in Lincoln, affordable rates, and top-notch service, Fast Mike's Rollouts make cleanup quick and easy. Call now at 402-450-6828 or visit us online at fastmikeroll-off.com. Book your dumpster today. Fast Mike's Roll-Off, cleanup made simple.
Bring new life to metal treasures with Kaiser Blasting and Coatings. From railings and fences to outdoor furniture and unique antiques, their expert team removes years of rust and weathering, then finishes each piece with a lasting powder coat. Trusted by industries across the region, now local homeowners and businesses can experience the same professional care. Visit KaiserBlasting.com or call 402-421-3559 to request your quote. Restore, protect, and make your metal shine like never before with the help of Kaiser Blasting and Coatings.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and digital insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell.
Hopefully you and I agree that you should do everything you can to save your marriage. Divorce is hard, expensive, and its outcome is usually not all you hope for. However, when doing everything has failed, when divorce remains as your last option, consider Cordell & Cordell as your first choice to help you through the divorce process to a better place on the other side. We've been a partner men can count on for more than 30 years. Let us be that partner for you.
The attorneys at Cordell & Cordell work to help men maximize their role in their children's lives. Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Lincoln area attorneys, a partner men can count on. 402-858-3220. That's 402-858-3220. Online at CordellCordell.com. That's CordellCordell.com. Office in downtown Lincoln. 1221 N Street, Suite 801, Lincoln, Nebraska 68508.
An award-winning softball season deserves a celebration. Don't miss your chance to congratulate Jordy Ball in person. Join the team at Midwest Bank for a special meet and greet on July 16th at their Jamie Lane location as they recognize her incredible achievements. Bring your friends, your team spirit, and your favorite gear for Jordy to sign, and it all kicks off at 4 p.m. They can't wait to see you there. Get all the details at midwest.bank. Midwest Bank, member FDIC.
We're on the air.
Back.
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
To more of Early Break.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry.
Finance!
At Currency, a Sandhills global company. They offer full-time positions in financial sales,
full-time
compliance, operations, and other fields. Also a 4.5-day work week,
4.5
attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more today.
There's one word we've not hit on enough that comes up that Jake just hit on.
What's that?
Advancement.
Yep.
Where are you going when you enter at Sandhills Global? Get involved with Currency. And then what is the advancement plan? Carson Schott, when you apply, he walks you through all that. Here's where you are. Here's where you can be. And this, and plus, if you're not at those spots, they're disappointed in themselves.
Yeah.
They're it's not like going, well, you just didn't get it done. Mm-hmm. It's like, no, we're disappointed in ourselves that we didn't help enough to get you to where you have to be in the world of Currency.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Imagine that like that. Imagine having that like that. Carson Schott takes it personal.
If you don't move up.
If you don't move up. And we have a plan, but to have it organized. to have a plan completely organized. I remember like that, how plans work out. It was almost like Carson Schott was working at LSU, because Ed Ogeron, when Joe Burrow came in, when we on his recruiting trip, we sat down in the family. I'm there with how can we earn this spot? Real simple. He laid it all out for him. Day 2, 7-on-7, you go with the ones. Day 3, second team section, you go with the ones. He's like, I can't just hand this to you. You got to be able to earn like that. But we're going to give you an opportunity.
Got a plan, though.
So he planned it all out for him. And by the time that all played out, then he had already earned himself to be the starter.
That's leadership.
That's what they do. That's Sandhills Global.
Carson's kind of like Orgeron, too.
Very much.
Very
Very
similar.
much.
Yeah. I think about that all the time. Orgeron and Carson Schott, same person.
Yes.
Well, gregarious.
GoCurrency.com/careers. It is time for a Wednesday edition of Bill's Thrills.
Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom
Yes.
bonanza.
Oh,
yeah.
is
We
this gonna be
need it.
bonanza?
Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him Coach. But to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. You see, I sent you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break.
Bill's Thrills, sponsored by Diner Contracting.
Randy!
You're talking about remodels for your kitchen, bathroom, house, anything in general. You call Randy at Diner Contracting at 402-417-5204. Diner Contracting.
Randy and Hayden had a lot of requests yesterday for lifting things over their head on every job site that they went to. Everyone had something set out for them.
Bird bath.
Yeah, bird
bath. Come on, Randy.
I haven't said the word bird bath maybe 30 years.
Or if ever.
But the best part was
heavy.
But they used to be they were out of ceramic. And they were so heavy.
Heavy as hell.
They were so heavy a bird bath. And then everyone had one in their backyard.
I know.
You gotta have a bird bath.
And if it falls over,
it's like, oh,
it's a two-man job.
That thing had to mow around it.
Yeah.
Oh, hey Randy, lift this bird bath over your head.
Why you got the bird bath over his head?
It hasn't moved in 30 years.
Oh, the weight of a bird bath was phenomenal.
Awkward too.
Awkward, very awkward. So that's if Randy could do it. So get a hold of him today. He's going out to Moose's house today.
Is he seriously?
Yes.
God, that's worlds colliding.
Worlds colliding today. Wow. Yes.
Moose pitched.
Very important. Thought I might go back to better times.
Oh,
God, thank you.
Just thought I might go back to better times.
I'm personally shocked about
and
this.
See if this resonates with anyone.
Come on.
The amazing call that took a fall. The amazing call that took a fall. Better times. Calling your parents, mostly your mom, at work. It doesn't happen anymore.
Yes.
There's now the cell phone. So it's gone. It is gone. And it was incredible.
Yep.
The amazing landline. When you would call Pender State Bank, is Sharon Busch available?
We all did this.
And they had to cover the phone. They had to cover the phone. Kind of
Why did you say it like that?
They got to cover
Sharon Busch
available. And they cover the now I'm like in fourth grade calling, and they cover the phone and they have a whisper. I think it's your son. And they come like that, and then I get kind of the hello. Kind of perturbed, like, why are you calling? And it would be about
why are you calling?
And it would be
hello.
Hello. It'd be you're calling about snacks. You're talking about going to the pool.
Or a fight with Tamara.
A fight with Tammy. Tammy's doing stuff to me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd be a big thing to call for. And I'd call from like the upstairs phone, call work. Oh, it was incredible times. Now with this
Busch available.
Now with this stupid thing, you just text. Just get all your mind.
I love your serious bank voice to your mom.
Do it.
Is Sharon Busch available?
and then you get kind of the perturbed voice of like,
pissed.
I'll handle this later.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
I'm at
this,
work.
Not now. And then you get this when you got this one. I'm at work.
Yeah.
I'm at work.
I got this too.
And if you never called your mom or your parents at work on a landline back in the day, you didn't live. And now it's just they just text instant. Yeah, I reach out to you. What I'm doing.
Funny.
I had this. Yeah, I lived this too. I'm old enough to experience that. Definitely had that.
It was so incredible. And I would call sometimes several times a day. Just called.
Why did you do that?
Just call several times. There'd be something came up. Tammy was pulling a stunt. Yeah, something happened.
Tammy be in the background going, I did not.
Yeah, there'd be something all of a sudden like that. Or could he just as simple as like, I can't find the Pop-Tarts. Something like that could get a phone call.
You had
from
to
me.
call for that?
Oh, yeah.
You had to call.
Oh, and that was so. And then, I just love calling those. That was the hushed tone voice, and they'd cover the phone up.
Yes.
Sharon Busch available. Is Sharon Busch available?
Oh, better. Anything from the text line, Jay?
From the text line 464-5685. Let's see.
God.
Buffet said I would always call my mom at the school and ask, Mary, is mom there? And Mary would know exactly who it was.
Yeah, that's gold.
The best.
Yes, that was the best. He called the landline
all the time.
Odd.
Brad from Baldwin Shop says the best was when wives would call the bars for their husbands.
That was always a good one. That was always a good
The,
one.
the whole thing with us was, I wouldn't even dream of calling my dad at work. But if things got unruly, my mom would, and then it was on.
Yeah.
Or just a threat. I mean, I'm gonna call your dad.
Yeah. If you called at work, oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
He had to come home.
Yeah. Not good.
No. It was horrifying.
Nels in Montana says calling mom to ask if I could take my dirt bike to my buddy's house after being told not to call her, and then I was too young to ride my dirt bike 9 miles away.
9 miles.
Mom at work all the time.
I called her.
See, I didn't call my mom that much at work,
but you did. You definitely.
I call
there's
her,
one or two times.
Jake,
every
called.
week, at least twice. At least twice a week.
Jake,
Yep, absolutely.
Can you see him? Ding, 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 ding.
Stephanie there.
Jake's called. See a young Jake see him like in 5th grade, about 45 pounds. Calling up.
About right. You're on.
Stephanie available.
Is Stephanie there? Oh, and then we used to call. Sometimes you had to get like then my mom worked at the hospital forever too in Creighton. You have to call
Parallel
like
lives.
And then
my mom worked at the
then
hospital.
you got
all of us. Yeah.
Then you got the direct. Then you get the main deal like that. Like that. Creighton Hospital. Accounting, please. Sharon Busch.
1 second.
1 second, please.
Go into that.
I want that voice.
You have to.
Accounting, please. Sharon Busch. Then I'll hear that. Accounting, this is Sharon. And I'd be like, hi, Mom.
What the hell do you want?
Hi, Mom. Oh,
I need my mom.
I think most of them call and say, Mom, there's nothing to eat for lunch here.
It'd be something like that. It'd be, what am I supposed to be? Hey, I'm going to the pool, and I just got back from the pool. I'm starving. Is there anything to eat?
You call it for
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Just look in the house, man.
Just look somewhere. Yeah.
Oh,
And
find something.
when you got this conversation, when it hit you right there, that I'm at work.
Right.
Yeah,
That was like,
very
okay,
annoying.
okay,
Okay,
that's
hey,
trouble.
See you later.
Shut it down like that.
Shut
And
it
then-
down.
And when you got
Shut it
home,
down.
you get the old, don't ever
Don't
call
me at work.
And I'd call her the next day for something. Call her the next day.
Someone says everything was so much tougher back then because we had to actually memorize numbers rather than having every number programmed into our phone.
Oh yeah, and I knew
Better times.
better times. You knew all your buddies' phone numbers, you knew
Absolutely.
everyone's phone number.
I don't know your number.
Okay. No, if I lost your number right now, I'd have no idea.
We know Sips because he gave it on the airwaves.
But you know what I'm saying. You
everything.
don't know people's number.
No.
I mean, maybe one or two people.
Right. Someone says I used to call my dad all the time, and they would have to page him over the loudspeaker, which I could hear on the phone.
That would be cold.
That's beautiful.
That is beautiful.
I still love you. Sharon Busch available. Why did you have to do it that
Oh
way?
God, it just made me think.
I can't
about
talk to my
that.
mom quick. This is Bill Busch.
This will never happen again. No one will ever call
it
them at
won't.
work again.
Yeah.
'Cause everybody has cell phones now, so there's no. It doesn't exist anymore.
I wonder if it does somewhere. Maybe
I
somewhere.
don't doubt it.
Yeah, probably not. I can't imagine.
Cell phones ruined the phone call. To
Cell
work.
phones ruin everything
They
pretty
have.
much if you just want to get down to it. But
It has.
we don't have to do that.
Bill, the headline one more time, please.
The amazing call that took a fall.
That was so beautiful.
That is Bill's Thrill, sponsored by Diner Contracting.
Randy!
It is time to play
Oh,
the
I
game
can't
show.
get
Give
over
us a
that.
call right now at 464-5685. Your chance to win a business box of bagels to Bagels and Joe. You guys are 1-1 on the week. Today's topic is it's Big 12 Media Day. So it's all about the Big 12.
Okay.
All-time winningest coaches for Big 12 programs.
Okay. We should do
We
this.
should be good at
Come
this.
on.
What do I say every time? I don't know. We should be
Come
good.
on.
That means I'm 2 for 4 at best, and we
Come
should
on.
be. It shouldn't be that
No,
hard.
we
If you
should be.
think you know Big 12 teams, their all-time winningest coaches,
Oh, God.
please call us right now at 402-464-5685. Shut Up Sipple starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
We have a line open. Don't be scared.
Big
402-464-5685. You all have watched a lot of Big 12 football over the years.
Got a BMX bike.
Who are the great coaches in the Big 12 conference?
I gotta get to work.
You saw a bike around there?
It's a BMX bike. This is a 60-year-old driving.
Oh,
Take Dom's bike.
We're getting our caller. Rudy's getting lined up. You guys have to feel okay about this.
We do.
Yeah,
Jake.
we do. We should be good on this. This is kind of. I think here's the thing, though. Something's going to come up, and initially we're going to go, "Oh, it's so and so," and it's not. It's somebody else.
Yeah.
Well,
so then we got to think through that.
We have our contestant,
Okay.
JR. How do you feel about
JR.
all-time winningest coaches for Big 12 programs?
I don't know. I think I got a puncher's chance.
All right, here we go.
Bill is a lifeline for SIP for one question, as always. First question to you, JR. What coach leads Arizona State in all-time wins with 176, spanning from 1958 to 1979?
I have no clue.
Got it.
100%.
We got it. Yeah.
Okay.
You have no clue, JR.
No clue.
Any guess is better than no guess.
Bill Dance.
Oh.
No.
Now hold on.
Please tell me you have it.
Now hold on. Now Bill, I think I rescued us here because I was going to say a name, but he would have not been there in 79.
Okay, I'm going to say it then. Right.
No, I think I got it. I want to keep you.
Oh.
I got it. It's Frank Kush.
There you go.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Frank
I was going to
Kush
say
is
Bruce
correct.
Snyder.
Yeah. Kush, yep.
It's because I got to keep you. There's a
I know.
strategy.
Well, when you started to get waffling, I
Yep.
didn't want to lose the point.
Oh, I got it.
1-0 lead, SIP. First question, Bill's in play still. What coach leads Arizona in all-time wins with 95, spanning from 1987 to 2000?
Oh, that's a layup. Wait a second. What was
From
it?
1987 to 2000.
Dick Tomey.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Dick Tomey is
Had
correct.
incredible white hair.
He did.
He did.
JR, you're down 2-0 to stay alive. Last question. What coach leads UCF in all-time wins with 81, spanning from 2004 to 2015?
Should get that one,
gosh.
JR. Come on, JR. I'll let Bill do this.
I can't say his name right now, though. I'm just losing my mind. He's right in front of me.
5 seconds, JR, to stay alive.
I don't have a clue. Oh, gosh.
Took him to Fiesta Bowl.
4.
I can see him. I don't know his name, though. Let's go with Scott Frost.
It is not.
I'm going to give you a hint. I'll give you a hint.
I'm trying to blank on his name.
Irish.
What's that? Oh, I know that.
White hair.
Yeah, I know everything about him like that. Just volatile.
How about if I give you his first name? George. Come on, Bill.
I'm just trying to blank on
He
it.
gave you the Irish. He gave you George.
What if I gave you the initial?
They got.
I know. I've been in your shoes, so I'm not
last
making.
year he went. Didn't win a game.
Right. He went 0-12.
I'm not making fun of you because I've been in these shoes. It's horrifying.
Just say it. I can't.
G-O. G-O. That's the initials.
Can't remember.
Come on, George O'Leary.
Oh yeah, couldn't think of it. Also, O'Leary.
No, I'm with you. I've been in those shoes.
Yeah.
It's horrifying.
George O'Leary is correct.
You'd know him if he walked in the coffee shop.
Oh, absolutely.
Last one, then we'll tiebreaker. What coach leads West Virginia in all-time wins with 149, spanning from 1980 to 2000?
80 to 2000.
Okay, hold on. Let's see if we can get this.
God, why am I just drawing a blank?
West?
Oh, I can see him right there. He's there. Yeah.
To 2000?
He had Major Harris as a quarterback.
Yeah, I saw 1980 to 2000.
Yeah, it's correct. Yeah, he was there forever. I can't say his name.
Hold on. So it's not Rich Rod.
It's not Rich Rod.
No, not Rich Rod. Like I said, I can't say the guy's name. Like I said, he had
pre Rich Rod.
Yes.
Pre-Rich Rod.
Yes.
You give up?
Yeah.
Don Nalen.
Incredible. I didn't know that. I mean, I did. I knew who he was, but I just couldn't say it. Yeah.
You kind of look like Don Nalen.
Tiebreaker for Bill. Matt Campbell holds the record for most wins at Iowa State with his tenure beginning in 2016. How many wins does he have?
2016.
So that's how many years is this? That would be
Short,
8.
and a shortened COVID year as well. So
hold on. We got to do this. Hold on. We're going to get this.
What do you think?
Well, I would say 64.
That's the exact number I was going to say.
On the dot.
Yeah,
On the dot. On the dot.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
8 times 8. I mean, average 8, probably.
64 is correct. Dan McCarney second with 56 wins at Iowa State.
Tell you what, Campbell's done an incredible job.
No, he's just the greatest, isn't he?
Yeah, Iowa State. Let's get this thing rolling again. I couldn't even go into Casey's. I walked into Casey's, and all they talked about was Iowa State being 7-0. Biggest story in football.
Easy.
Somehow
Easy.
I don't know why that bothered you. It was a good story.
Yeah,
it was actually a great story.
It's so bad. I don't understand what
The jealousy thing of Iowa
No,
State?
there was no jealousy. I
It kind of
just,
feels like it. Hour 3 is next, an early break. The ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with pay starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and digital insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? Do you need a lawyer you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion? The attorneys at Liberty Law understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Contact us for a free consultation by calling 877-42-LIBERTY. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help get you the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Liberty Law Group. Trial attorneys you can trust.
Take control of your health with the DASH scan at Advanced Medical Imaging. The DASH scan is a full-body MRI designed for advanced health screening. This dynamic approach provides exceptionally sharp images across multiple organ systems, helping to detect potential concerns early. With minimal radiation and no invasive procedures, the DASH scan offers a safe, comprehensive look at your health. Plus, results are delivered faster than ever, giving both patients and physicians confidence in screening and diagnosis. Your health is too important to wait. Schedule your DASH scan today at Advanced Medical Imaging. Visit amimaging.com or call 402-484-6677 to learn more.
People always ask me, hey, Livy, what fuels you? Passion, competition, the pursuit of greatness? None of those things. Raising Cane's is the only fuel I need. Their cooked-to-order chicken fingers always fills my tank, and the crinkle-cut fries and Texas toast are the perfect top-off for the perfect road trip. So when I'm running on fumes, I always refuel at Raising Cane's. But turns out, not everything's fueled by Cane's. Guess the old girl prefers her sauce unleaded. Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
What's it take to be a mentor with big brothers, big sisters? It takes 30 minutes and a cup of coffee. A video game, best 2 out of 3. It takes sharing thumbs up emojis, clapping emojis, and loaded nachos at halftime. That's how you make an impact on a young kid's life. So go on, share a few hours a month, because mentorship may sound huge, but the truth is, it takes little to be big. To learn more, volunteer, or donate, go to bebignow.org.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Summertime is here, and you know what that means. Grilling season. You know what's more embarrassing than an overcooked piece of meat? Your dirty, disgusting, and grimy grill. Let the pros at Husker Grill Cleaning get you ready for grilling season. They'll take your grill apart piece by piece, scrub every inch, and reassemble it so it can look and perform its best. Visit their website, huskergrillcleaning.com today to schedule your appointment. Husker Grill Cleaning, serving Lincoln, Omaha, Malcolm, and more.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
93.7 The Ticket is your home for every Kansas City Royals baseball game. Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and the rest of the Royals attempt to make the postseason for the second season in a row. And you can hear all the action on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Your home for Kansas City Royals baseball.
Wake up, Lincoln.
Good morning. Good morning.
It's great to stay up late.
It's time for Early Break, presented by Nebco. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I like Stone.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
And here comes a sandwich from God.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
Hey, somebody grab me a mocha quick, would you?
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 3 on a Wednesday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Third hour sponsored by our friends at Nebco. Now hiring at Ready Mixed Concrete. Apply today at nebcoinc.com. Guys aren't here today. They were here yesterday. The Nebco guys?
Yeah.
Not at the table this morning.
Did you talk to them, Bill?
Well, just a little bit. They really weren't at the table yesterday either. They just came in to give you your gift. I looked for them afterwards, and they weren't, or they were already departed. I didn't see them at all.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I mean, they probably got rained out, so that's probably the reasons. Concrete maybe not been going like crazy yesterday.
Good point.
With the rain.
Good point.
Who came in?
Hydration.
Ready Mixed Concrete, the Nebco guys. I saw Corey and a couple other guys there, so they were here.
I might have just missed them.
You played golf with one of them?
With Corey, yeah. I got a pin prize.
Is that the one where they all left you and you?
That's the one.
And you and Bolt played by yourself.
Corey got a phone call. It was a Friday, and he got a phone. He had to go to a job site at 2:30 in the afternoon on a Friday.
Concrete waits for nobody. Concrete waits for nobody.
You worked in that
once I've worked that line of work. When there's concrete in the truck, it's got to come out of the truck.
Yeah.
There better be a plan. So I better have it figured out really fast.
I like that.
Yep. So me and Bolt played 9 holes.
Yeah, Friday at 2:30. That's
Friday
still work time. That's
but he was out for the afternoon playing golf. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So Thursday it's fine. What's Friday though?
If I'm the boss, it's not a problem. Why are you on the golf course? We got a concrete in a truck.
I'd assume he probably had it cleared through the boss. I doubt he just
the boss. Yeah,
I doubt his boss thought he was
at the golf course
and he was golfing. I don't think he.
This is not hiding anything here.
He didn't leave his phone at the job site. So if they do find my phone or your location, they can find him.
It was cleared. He was approved to go play golf.
I'm not convinced he was cleared.
He was definitely cleared. He was playing with his boss that day, basically. One of his bosses.
I don't want to get him in trouble, but
someone just lost their job. Arrest.
Whoa,
we have an arrest.
Oh boy. Yep.
Oh yeah. Motorcycle.
Motorcycle.
Yes. I wonder if that has to do with the bank robbery.
Could be.
There's no bankroll.
464-5685. Call or text as always. You want to go back to the playoff
conversation.
Well, we had an off-camera conversation that there was two things that came up. One was that we're talking about Yormark again and about his big pledge for the 511. And there's two things with it that I want to talk about. One, obviously, is that why would he do that? Well, it's pretty simple. That is the trend from everybody. If you listen to everybody, the pundits talk, nobody wants AQs.
That's it.
Nobody wants automatic qualifiers. So he just jumped on a bandwagon that was already rolling. So when he said that, everyone, ESPN, Fox, you name it, they're like going, that's right. That he's saying the right thing. We don't want the AQs. No one wants that.
Because the other model would be 4 AQs for the SEC, 4 AQs for the Big Ten.
Yes.
2 AQs for the ACC, 2 AQs for the Big 12.
And no one wants that. No,
one
everybody says the same thing like that. He said, we want to earn it on the field. Well, that's what everybody wants to hear.
Yep.
Whether they believe it or not, that's what everybody.
But it is believable.
It is believable. Well, that's what I want. I don't want AQs either.
Right.
So when he said that, I'm like going, all right.
No, when you get down to it, I guess I agree with you on that. The 511, there's no AQs.
Yeah.
I like the model better.
Yeah. I wish also someone would have posed the question to him. Okay, so now you're on that. You're in that you want to be 511. Have you discussed with the ACC and the SEC that they need to play 9 games like you guys do, and like the Big Ten does? But no one asked him that question. I'd love to have.
I don't know why.
I'd love to have had him answer and say, okay, the SEC plays 8, and so does the ACC. What's your take on that?
Okay.
I wanted to hear what he'd say.
So does this suggest to you that that's where it's going, that they are going to play 9, that the ACC and the SEC will play 9?
That would be that. I think that's going to be the basic agreement to get to the 511 is okay. We're going to play 9.
Right. I could be reading this all wrong. My read is that now these guys are aligned. At least 3 of the power conference guys are aligned. That's why Yormark spoke so confidently, going so far as to say, like you said, he even kind of spoke for Jim Phillips.
He brought him into it.
Wait till Jim talks.
He brought his name into this.
It'd be quite a shocker if Jim goes, well, just the other day, the Big 12 spoke for me, and we're 100% against that.
Right.
We are a 4-4-2-2.
Sorry, Brett.
Yeah, we're against it. No, that's already. I wonder if he cleared that through him. You mind if I drop one here?
I wonder. He just spoke so confidently that doesn't it suggest this is where it's going?
100.
Yeah, that's 511. That's where it's going. That's what it sounded like. And Yormark, I'm a little skeptical of the whole thing because of that. Maybe I shouldn't be, but the fact that Baylor's AD is the chair of the committee, that's a good. You could say that's not an advantage. It seems like one for the Big 12.
Sometimes you push back so hard to not be. It almost might even be. I don't know if it's an advantage or not. Because
maybe not.
Sometimes you'll hear the part of like, well, there's someone refereeing a game or but he has some ties to this or that, and they go so far the other way
that's
to
true.
Show that where hey guys, I have to be neutral here. And so I don't know if that gives them a big advantage or not, but I just wish the question would have been asked. Okay, you guys play 9, so does the Big 10.
I just think must be where it's going.
What's the plan here? Are we going to 9 or not going to 9?
I'm just telling you, Bill, my spider senses just went off like an incredible amount as I was reading Yormark yesterday. The whole thing I was skeptical of. Just my spider senses was just going choo, choo, choo.
I didn't get the audio till today. That was a weird sounding audio.
I just don't understand.
Yeah. The audio sounded very odd. Just the presentation, how he said it. He was very. He was definitely. He felt like you're being talked down to.
For those who are just tuning in, here's what we're talking about. Listen to Brett Yormark from yesterday. Yeah. How he's speaking, it's just very bizarre from yesterday.
We continue to believe the 511 model proposed by the Big 12 and the ACC is the right playoff format for college football. We want to earn it on the field. We do not need a professional model because we are not the NFL. We are college football, and we must act like it. There is nothing in sports like college football, and we must protect what makes it special and do what's right for the fans and the game.
Okay, that's Brett Yormark.
Sound like AI.
I don't know why is he?
Although AI.
Yeah, sound very AI.
Canned.
It did sound AI-ish.
Very canned. He was reading it. Yeah. Anyway, I think we know what's going on here.
But we do agree that the 511 is the better model.
Because no AQ.
Now, Nebraska fans would still push back saying, that's not our best way to get in the playoff in terms of Nebraska.
Probably
Getting
not.
Probably not. You'd like to have
four
the
auto
four.
Big Ten bits. All right, well, maybe it's a down year. We could be advantaged with the down year of the Big Ten.
I heard someone else say this, and it was McElroy. He said, he goes, you know what? I don't like the AQs because I'm not trying to sit here and go, hey, who are the 3 teams that can make it to 4th place in your conference?
Right.
To get to it. Now, with to push back a little bit, let's remember it was going to crush the championship games, but the proposal was with the 4 AQs that they were playing games.
6 versus 3, 4 versus 5. And that was going to be incredible.
That was going to be incredible.
Okay, now
do not say that wasn't going to be incredible.
I wonder if Sankey looked at that and said, "Oh God, the Big Ten's going to do that. That is going to be epic.
Yeah,
we're not going to have that.
That is epic.
We would love that.
Could you imagine?
Oh God!
And then nobody wants it more than Nebraska,
right?
Because you finish 6,
you still have a chance.
If you have 6, you have access. If you have 6, you have, and then guess what?
You beat 3. Got to beat 3.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. And guess what? It will happen.
Oh, God,
it'll happen. It won't be like 3 will beat 6 every time.
Or even if you're 5.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you looking at there? You might have to beat Michigan. Like this year, you'd maybe have to beat Michigan. Of course, that's doable.
I
want that to happen so bad. That's not going to happen. I know that's so fun.
Those games,
I think those guys. Go ahead.
I'm saying, it was simple. I mean, incredible games. Can you imagine the 6th place team in the SEC?
Would they do it?
Still probably a 15th ranked team in the country.
Oh, would they do it?
They would do it too.
Okay.
Yes.
That's what I wondered.
They would do it too.
Well, then why would Sankey not want that?
I don't know. I don't know that.
I've never heard him talk about wanting it.
But remember, no. Sankey wanted. He was the 4 AQ guy all the way, and his coaches said no. So he was thrown off by that. So he had to jump behind his coaches. They were, I believe, unanimous.
Okay.
The coaches said no. We want the 511.
The hole that I don't know is I know Sankey wanted the 4 initially, the 4 AQs, but did he ever talk about the play-in like the Big Ten did? I don't know.
I don't know
remember.
For sure. I don't have it. I couldn't recall it.
I don't think
I think it was kind of that was what was the just that they would do that. But those games, can you imagine that weekend?
Oh,
I mean, and talk about and the reason that you like that is just think about the revenue.
Oh,
I mean, the revenue for those teams that are in those and how that would break down per school or who makes it. Imagine being, hey, we made it in at 6, so we're going to get an extra bonus, whatever, $15 million to play in this game. And also, guess where the games were going to be played? At home.
Campus sites.
Campus sites. Can you imagine that?
Okay, I got a question though. Just the draw is the drawback. The Big Ten title game, 1 versus 2 lacks meaning. 6 versus 3 is great. 5 versus 4 is incredible. But 1 versus 2,
yeah, they're both in.
They're in.
They're in, and just be your seeding. That'd be it. Right. But it wouldn't be the same. I would say this always. I'd always want to be a conference champion.
That now
you're
there's
playing
that.
for that.
You're still playing for. You're still playing.
Does that still matter to people?
Yeah, I'm still gonna get a conference championship ring, and that means a lot.
We're old school. I just want. I'm with you on that. But I just wonder how much people care about that anymore.
I think they still, and then your seed would be better if you won. You have a chance to be a 1 seed, and that's a big part of where you would be.
Oh yeah, that'd be big. And I do think.
And then still, would you watch it 1 versus 2?
I think.
Would you watch Georgia, Alabama?
Yeah.
To see who's going to win? You're going to watch it.
I would watch it
because there's a chance also that loser, all they are is in.
Mm-hmm.
They might lose by 30.
Mm-hmm. Still in the playoff,
and then but then also somebody else may look so good in the play-in game that they could bypass them in the seeding.
So
it could be like, oh, hang on now.
Oh yeah,
we finished second and we're in. But we're the 8th seed.
I know. We're talking about something that's not going to happen, though, right?
I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But those games would have been incredible.
Why? That's something happened behind the scenes where those 3 power guys.
I don't want the AQs, but I want those games.
So you're saying that Sankey was surprised that the coaches went that way.
That was the verbiage he came in. He was surprised and had to support his coaches. The coaches are like 100%. No, we don't want this. We want the 511.
I think Sankey got to Yormark and Phillips.
Well, remember, like he said,
it's just a theory.
You just remember this, just like Yormark said, the Big 12 and the ACC came up with the 511 model. They invented it.
Yeah,
and then
that's why it sounds like that.
That's why it looks really good. The Big 12 and the ACC feel this is the best way.
That's why he's chest thumpy up there.
He's thumping a little bit because now the SEC said we'll jump in with your model.
Oh yeah, and he was tickled.
Yes,
I can just hear the phone call.
You think he's calling anymore at that? Hey, Sankey, anything else you guys need? Anything else?
What else can I say?
What else can I help you with?
We got the podium today.
You got the podium. We got this. No, we got the 511 through.
Yep.
What do you want me? Anything else you want there?
Yormark was
kind of a big deal.
Chest thump.
Hey, champ. Hey, sport. Hey, bud. Anything else you want me to kind of get cleared up over there? Because I know this. We killed it here on day one. I got.
You didn't talk to Petiti, did you?
Hey, what's Petiti doing today?
Should we call him up?
Hey, let's call. Hey,
see how he's doing.
You guys want to do a conference call and just start laughing?
He's out in the cold.
People think that Brett Yormark sounds like Adam Schefter when he speaks there. It's
kind of Shefty-ish. I thought Jake nailed it with the commencement
a little bit there.
Yeah, I just love the commencement speech parts.
That's what it sounded like. He's like delivering at a graduation.
It sounded like he was in a coffee can. It
sounded really excited.
Yeah.
Like
really, it was really written out too.
Yeah.
Last night, I'm sure like he's probably in his hotel room. His wife had to sit and listen to him.
Oh yeah.
Okay, do it again. Say it again.
Phil on the text line says he sounds preachy and self-righteous. Well,
he does.
That's
good. That's good. That's a good way to put it.
He does sound that way. There's no doubt about
that. Is this true? Hole in a Boat on the text line says the SEC, ACC, and Big 12 are all ESPN's main partners. Is that a part of this at all? Is Big 12 ESPN partner?
Say it again.
He says the SEC, ACC, and Big 12 are all ESPN's main partners. That is why they're all
you've got
together.
You've got CBS's Big 10 now, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Fox is the number one. Is a
Big
one
10
is then, but where's ABC at? ABC/ESPN. I know we're together.
Yeah, that's
and so
SEC.
You can say that.
That's
SEC.
That's SEC.
And ACC.
I don't. Yeah, and ACC. I don't know about Big 12.
Yeah, you might be right. I don't know that for sure. I'm not for sure.
Here's with a question we're not 100% clear on. But always remember, Fox owns 61% of the Big 10 network. Okay, Fox owns 61% of the Big 10 network. That's why when Klatt has commentary, I always think, well, he's gonna be slanted towards the Big 10.
Yeah. When you listen to the Joe Klatt interview with Petiti, he's very complimentary of everything Petiti says. Everything. I see it.
Yep.
Yes, that makes sense.
61% of the Big 10 network. That's where
he's very. Which I don't blame him for that.
No, hell no.
No, it's not like, oh, that's
no.
good. No,
Klatt's great.
Yeah, I think he does a really good job. Yeah, he's one. I really enjoy listening to him.
Klatt and Herb Street are
Really
neck
good.
and neck for the best.
Who would you listen to more? I was heavily Fox with their show. Now I'm a little bit more because of Saban being on. I'm kind of back.
McAfee.
I'm a little bit back to Game Day because of Saban.
Yeah,
because of Saban.
It's close race.
It's close race. But if you guys ever get a chance, Fox is really good.
Oh, it's good.
They do a good preview.
Urban's good.
Urban's really good. And that whole,
Matt Leinart still on that?
Yes,
he's
they're
good.
They're really good. It's
Yep.
like, ooh, wow, this is kind of fun to watch.
Yeah,
with
I
what they
agree
have
with
going
you.
on.
Hey, they
And-
should have Klatt on the set. Do they? Don't.
Oh,
have-
he's at the game. Usually,
I know.
he's an
But
11 a.m. game.
I wish he was on the set. But Urban's really good.
I just hope I want one thing out of all these. What didn't happen in the first one, so let's just see if it happens with Petiti or someone else. I'd love to see someone just stand up and just say, and we need an end to the big noon games.
Yeah,
we need to end like that. We don't need to have our best games on at noon. We need to have our best games on at night.
Too much money
and
involved.
after or late
There's so
late
much money
afternoon.
involved.
Yeah, I want to because back in the
fills
day,
a vacuum.
What did you see at 11 a.m.? Purdue and Rutgers. That's what you saw.
And
at
you
11.
watched it because
And you
there's
watched
something
it,
to do.
Kind of bored, waiting for it.
You're waking up.
It was kind of like it's like, all right, here we go.
Yeah.
All right, getting myself going a little
Having
bit.
some coffee, you're yawning a little bit,
Yeah,
watching.
oh wow, this is crazy. They're kicking things off already.
Yeah.
This is fun. Let's see what. And the crowd about what half full.
Or be like Ohio State Bowling Green.
Yeah, some of
That's
that
fine.
nature. Yeah,
You know.
that's fine.
Yeah.
God, it was better times.
And you'd see Bowling Green. 14-10 Bowling Green.
No, so
Interesting.
interesting. Yeah.
Oh, then you'd go get a taco and come back from lunch and it'd be 34-10. You know.
That was quick.
How'd they
Yeah,
lose
well,
the 4 points? Weren't they?
Yeah,
Did you have
34 to 14?
They got two safeties taken away from
It
them.
went -4.
Weird. You shouldn't have missed it.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, that's
Plenty
good.
of talk.
Yormark kind of stole the show. from Frosty.
So, what a day.
So now today we got who's going today? Lance Leipold's going today.
That'd be Kansas.
Utah's going today.
And Sanders.
Yeah, primetime talks today.
Yeah, there's a lot of interest. This is really a great. This thing started thinking. For the most part, no one cared about the Big 12 media days. They got their own time slot.
Now they do.
And now they do. Now they care right away.
Yeah.
This caught a lot of traffic. It caught national traffic. Frost helped a bunch.
He did
with his comments.
Yormark helped a lot.
Yormark helped a bunch with his comments. So a bunch of really good stuff.
And today Prime will help out. Deion Sanders.
Oh, it's beautiful. July 8th, they started, and it's great. Yeah. And then next week, I think is it SEC next week?
They're always around.
SEC is next week, Monday through Thursday next week.
Monday through Thursday. Four teams a day.
Oh yeah, but we got to hear Sankey again. Yeah. That's the only problem. He'll be all chest thumping.
You sound like Childers. Childers is all over Sankey. He's all over Sankey. Yeah, not a fan of Sankey.
When we come back, Sip loves lists, and how about hot seat rankings?
Oh,
you
God.
love that, especially. That's next on Early Break.
Hot
on
seat.
The ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Presented by Nebco on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We interrupt this commercial break for an important story.
There once was a man from Nebraska who went searching for food in Alaska. When his stomach was rumbling while laying in bed, he could think of only one option, Fuhrer's cheese spread. So he left it once and drove day and night to return back home for cheese spread delight. Now his stomach is full and the voice in his head tells him no more vacations without Fuhrer's cheese spread. Find yours today at most local grocers.
What's it take to be a mentor with big brothers, big sisters? It takes 30 minutes and a cup of coffee. A video game, best 2 out of 3. It takes sharing thumbs up emojis, clapping emojis, and loaded nachos at halftime. That's how you make an impact on a young kid's life. So go on, share a few hours a month, because mentorship may sound huge, but the truth is, it takes little to be big. To learn more, volunteer, or donate, go to bebignow.org.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Play ball! Ready for summer fun and ballpark vibes? Bring your pack to Haymarket Park for a thrilling season of Lincoln Salt Dogs baseball and unleash the fun. From May through August, the Lincoln Salt Dogs will be playing and the park will be popping with all the food, drinks, and fun you need for the perfect night out. Grab your friends, family, and coworkers and make plans now. Visit saltdogs.com to secure your tickets. Come on out to the park and unleash the fun.
Summertime is here, and you know what that means. Grilling season. You know what's more embarrassing than an overcooked piece of meat? Your dirty, disgusting, and grimy grill. Let the pros at Husker Grill Cleaning get you ready for grilling season. They'll take your grill apart piece by piece, scrub every inch, and reassemble it so it can look and perform its best. Visit their website, huskergrillcleaning.com today to schedule your appointment. Husker Grill Cleaning, serving Lincoln, Omaha, Malcolm, and more.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
We're on the air.
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
To more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We'll get to some hot seat rankings in a second. Before that, quick plug for our friends at Kaiser Blasting and Coating.
Blasting!
Abrasive blasting, powder coating, and painting. They can blast and powder coat anything metal. We're talking railings, fences, metal furniture, yard signs, bent covers, antiques, car frames, car parts. They blast away years of corrosion, and they protect it with a durable coating. Kaiser Blasting and Coatings.
And they're talking right now. There's people listening. It's going like, okay, we have also some giant jobs to do, some sort of, just industrial jobs to do, which obviously they handle also. That's why you want to be able to reach out to Jace right away, mechanical engineer running this entire company off of their campus. So imagine that together, had to have that sort of blasting and powder coating, and also having the number one painting company also.
I'm going. I got a situation on my truck where some paint's peeling loose. I need to take it in.
That's where you need to
go.
I'm
going.
Perfect spot to go.
Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah,
I'm
go
going.
see Jace. That's what you want to be able to get done. And also, how about establishment? Kaiser Painting's been around for 30 years. God. So it's like, well, how long have you been around? Oh, a year. How's it going? Not pretty good. No, they've been around so they've lived through COVID. They've been through the hard times, and they're still ascending.
They'll also they'll do this to airplanes. They will.
Wow, airplanes.
Your friends
do blasting and powder coating to airplanes,
yes.
Ag equipment, aluminum extrusions.
Ag equipment. We're ag here.
And this is a man you played football with.
Yes, one of the most incredible athletes that I've ever been around. Probably the best combination wrestler and football player ever. The combination of both.
I can see that too. I can see that.
If you want a quote, call 402-421-3559 or go to kaiserblasting.com. It's Kaser.
I need that number again.
402-421-3559 or kaiserblasting.com for a quote today.
I'm serious.
Thank you.
We saw yesterday from CBS Sports. We love lists. Sip loves lists more than anybody I've ever met in my entire life. But they have the hot seat rankings are out for 2025, and there's some big names that are in trouble right now.
But can we bring up one thing before we get started?
Yes,
Jake?
please do.
Why did you not? I love the decimal system, and you didn't like it.
I didn't like it.
I love it.
It's not as clean as it was.
I like
last
the decimal.
Year.
I really do. I enjoy it.
I do too, actually.
Yeah.
It was, it used to be a 5 is win or be fired. 4 is start improving now. 3 is pressure is mounting. 2 is all good for now. 1 safe and secure. Now it's like 4.22, 5.37.
I like it. Gives you a little bit more.
Gives you a little more.
I'm out on that.
A little more information, Jake.
Okay, that's fine. Well, There's only one coach that's at a 5, win or be fired. I think that's Sonny Cumbie. I think at Law Tech. Is that correct? In there?
Cumbie. It's just been a disaster.
He's the only person that's having major issues. Is him.
He's been largely a disaster if you look at his record.
That's a little surprising that like.
No, that's not. Yeah, he is. Yep, he is the one. The one that has win or be fired. Sonny Cumbie.
Really? Because you think Hugh Freeze would have been somewhere.
Well,
close to that.
Hugh Freeze is very high as well. Hugh Freeze is at a 4.22.
4.22. Yeah.
Which again,
that's not. I mean,
which means start improving now. Is that's the metric for that?
Venables is 4.67.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's close to
that's
a 5.
That's pretty close.
Gunzy's 4.33. Satterfield, by the way,
Scott Satterfield
at 4. He's at 4.
At Cincinnati, yes.
Yeah. I would say this. Here's the thing you have to understand with hot seat.
What?
Sometimes it's just hot seat. It's not fireable seat. There's a difference. Some people always think hot seat, and then someone will come back and say, well, they can't fire him. They won't fire him. They owe him to whatever. And there's truth to that. So the hot seat is just where things are very uncomfortable. Where it's just like, hey, are we firing you? No. Do you really want to go to Ruhlman's? Not really. I really don't want to go there because it's not going well. I'm not going out and about right now.
I want to ask you a question. I totally understand what you're saying. Now, I don't know what to make of this, and maybe there's nothing to make of it. The Cincinnati AD commented yesterday on the football program. Now, is this? I read it as, oh God, Satterfield, you better win. This is AD John Cunningham, who spoke at Big 12 Media Days. Was interviewed.
Side podium.
Yeah, side podium. Thank you, Jake. He said of Satterfield and the program, I've used this analogy a couple times, but year 3, they talk about moving day in golf on the 3rd day. Year 3 is our moving year. We've got to advance. We've got to start playing better. We saw signs last year. We've got to take those extra steps and win those close games. That's going to be really important. I don't know if I hear ADs ever go to that. Isn't that him saying, okay, we gotta start winning?
I think he nailed it. I mean, if I'm the head coach, I'm like, sounds good to me. I'm not.
He's 8-16 in his 2 years there.
So yeah, if I'm the head coach, I'm not even remote. I'm like going.
That
actually,
doesn't bother you.
No, not at all.
He replaced a coach that had went to the playoff at that school. He's 8-16. If there's not pressure on him, I don't know what they're doing at Cincinnati.
The other thing now, I wonder if you'd push back on this. I'm done with a certain conversation in college football. I'm pretty much done with it, and that is the close game discussion. When I read, okay, they lost 9, but 4 were by 1 score. I don't care.
I'm with you. I don't need to go
win
into
the game.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Like, college football now is close games all the time.
100%.
It doesn't matter.
Imagine the NFL said that.
Yeah.
Hey, the Jets beat the Giants, but the Giants is a close game.
1 score game.
Because on the point spread, almost everyone's about the highest.
3.5,
3.5, 6.5, 2.5, 4.5.
It's supposed to be close.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it from the media anymore. Yeah, they lost 8, but 4 were 1 score games.
So
that doesn't matter. It did matter. I do think it mattered in 1998.
Yeah. No, I don't think it matters at all. I don't want to hear about. I don't want to hear
how close you were.
The school is united on this.
Well, it's been a lot of close losses at Nebraska. We don't care. We're so scarred by it here as Nebraska fans are.
If I'm at AD, I'm sitting there with the two separate records. I'm going to say, okay, here we were against this is against Murray State. This was against this. You won this. You beat Kent State. You beat this. Now let's go to these games.
Let's go to Power 4.
Let's go to the Power 4. Let's go to these Power 4 games, and then next let's go to ranked opponents.
Yeah.
Are you winning games that I don't want to give a lot of credit out. Because you know what? I said this before. I was one of my Bills thrills like that. In football, you still get credit for winning. In basketball, you don't. You just get credit. When you win those bad games early, you get no credit for those.
Not really.
Those don't factor anything. Now, if you lose them, it'll crush you.
It'll kill you.
But if you win them, it does nothing. That's like, hey man, we're 11-1. Well, who have we played? Doesn't matter. Well, same thing in football.
They're generally a waste of time.
In football, they still value wins. They'll still say it. I mean, how many times you hear like that? What's their final record? Oh, not bad. They're 8-4. Then you go down and look. It's like, hang on now. We lost some horrible games.
Yeah.
We beat these teams that were terrible. If I'm an AD, I'm like, hey, you better win some games that are real. and you can have them all set up as you sit and talk. I don't want to hear about the other games, the ones that, we're off to a good start.
Oh, here you go. This is what exactly. This is what I'm talking about. This is the Cincinnati example. This is probably the paragraph that got me. You see Cincinnati started 2-0 in 2023, then finished 1-9 with 4 single-digit losses. Why is that relevant?
Why is it even in there?
I mean, it's not relevant.
You lost the game,
and their 2-0 wins were probably
teams.
Horrible games.
Yeah, I mean, college football. There's just going to be in this day and age now. There's just a lot of close games. So if you come close, it doesn't matter at all to me.
Can you imagine? There's no one there. If you're sitting at Cincinnati, there's no one as a staff, assistant coach, going, no matter what happens, we got one more year. They're not saying they don't think that at all. They're like those. So whatever the AD says, it's like, hey, just so
I get it.
Everyone better understand real crystal clear here that this has to happen.
Yeah.
And guess what? When we play Nebraska, we better look good.
Oh yeah.
If it turns into a 45-12 game,
trouble,
and it's right away, it just looks bad.
It's year 3. I mean, this is the year they got to go. Yeah, they got to go now. So now, I don't know. They have some guys that, like, they have a tight end who's projected first rounder. I don't think Nebraska has a first rounder on its roster right now. I mean, they have a
first team All Big 12 player.
Joe Royer's their tight end, and they have a kid in the middle of the line that's good, Corleone.
They'll have some players.
Oh yeah,
they'll have some players. There's no doubt. And right now, here's the thing about them: we don't know anything about them.
Oh, we know little,
not much. We don't really know. I mean,
we know the quarterback.
But do we really know who came in the portal?
No, they have 21 guys from the portal.
Don't know who they are. We really don't know them.
21 guys from the portal.
And so I said, how that meshes, how it kicks off, you never know. You have no idea. But I did hear a clip from him where he's like, yeah, things have been different around, because we opened up in Nebraska and in Kansas City.
Right.
So it's things are a little different. That's one thing that's fun about playing a first game that has some teeth to it, because you're off season. When you're opening up with with a
South Alabama,
something like that, you're going like, okay, it's not the same all summer. But when you're open, imagine being LSU and Clemson, they play each other
off the bat.
First game.
That's insane.
How about that? Imagine what you
better be sharp.
You know what today's like? Today's different than if you're opening up with McNeese State.
Oh yeah,
it's a different deal. It's like, okay, week 2. Hey, no, week 1, it's on.
What do you think it's like at Ohio State, Texas?
That's on as well.
I mean, yeah.
Hello.
They've had no summer whatsoever.
The spillover is next on Early Break in the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Presented by Nebco on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Bring new life to metal treasures with Kaiser Blasting and Coatings. From railings and fences to outdoor furniture and unique antiques, their expert team removes years of rust and weathering, then finishes each piece with a lasting powder coat. Trusted by industries across the region, now local homeowners and businesses can experience the same professional care. Visit KaiserBlasting.com or call 402-421-3559 to request your quote. Restore, protect, and make your metal shine like never before with the help of Kaiser Blasting and Coatings. Bagels & Joe is the best place to start off your mornings, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. You can't go wrong with one of their great bagel sandwiches or breakfast burritos. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln and their location in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and they're having the biggest hail sale they've ever had. A huge opportunity is at your front door right now. Some of these cars we're fixing, some we're not, and some it's totally up to you. New Sierra starting at $15,000 off list. New Canyons at $8,500 off list. New body styles on the Acadias, $3,000 off list. You need to hurry as there's going to be a lot of people heading to Louisville. Check us out at koppelcars.com. Stock numbers G121492, G187747, and G196599.
Are you ready for a new opportunity?
check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Bring new life to metal treasures with Kaiser Blasting and Coatings. From railings and fences to outdoor furniture and unique antiques, their expert team removes years of rust and weathering, then finishes each piece with a lasting powder coat. Trusted by industries across the region, now local homeowners and businesses can experience the same professional care. Visit KaiserBlasting.com or call 402-421-3559 to request your quote. Restore, protect, and make your metal shine like never before with the help of Kaiser Blasting and Coatings.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete in Lincoln. With 3 plants across the city, there are plenty of opportunities to start or grow your driving career. They offer great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they cover the cost of CDL training. Apply today and receive a $2,500 hiring bonus. Since 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today with ready-mixed concrete. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is time for the spillover, sponsored by Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers One Love. Day 2 of Big 12 Media Days begins today, 9:30 Central Time. We'll have the first, I'm not sure who goes first, but today we'll have Kansas speak. Lance Leipold, friend of the show.
Lance
speaks at Media Days today.
Wow.
We'll hear from Prime, Colorado, Deion Sanders. Houston will speak.
So he's definitely there. Do we know
I
that?
haven't seen any report that says he's not going to be there, so.
That's a big deal.
It is.
I think the story, it's been discussed, so it's not missed on. I just think it's gigantic when the head coach is missing for that long. And also it comes back to he's done a great job. We all know that. And think about this. He's never went on a home visit.
I know.
Does them all through Zoom or however he does that. And so what he's done has been amazing. But just to be gone from a team like that, if I'm gone from the show for like a day or two, it's really weird for me.
Just about months.
Think about 3 months.
3 months.
Or 2 months.
That's right. But that would just be, I mean, really weird. And you haven't heard much like, well, he Zooms with the team.
I don't know.
4 times a week, or he does. I don't know that.
He might.
But we haven't heard any of that. No. Like I said, it's just
he's got an ailment.
Yeah.
And so 57 years old.
Yeah.
He's young. He's
when
still
you
pretty
miss
young.
that type of time, it's beyond serious.
He's got an ailment.
CBS Sports and SI both confirmed Deion should be there today.
Okay.
They're saying that he is expected to be in Frisco speaking today.
I like that you called him prime time earlier.
He is.
And then I don't hear it.
Coach Prime.
Coach Prime.
That's what
I
goes
hear
to-
prime.
Yeah.
I don't always
He was
hear
prime time in the NFL.
I go back to when I watched him play prime time.
Yeah, but Chris Berman's calling him prime time on the highlights.
And the way he'd say it too, prime.
Yeah.
It was so good.
I don't know
Berman
why
could do it.
he was the
so
best.
good.
When you
There's-
use both.
Oh,
There's no
Prime
better.
time will be there.
yeah.
West Virginia speaks today. Utah goes today as well in the Big 12. TCU, they go yesterday or not?
I don't know.
Sonny Dykes, I think speaks today. Oklahoma State, Gundy at the podium today.
Just think of the
I can't wait for
Guys,
Gundy.
Just think of the lineup that's going today.
I know.
I mean, if you were just sitting there in the back of the room,
Be great.
just drinking a
happy.
Starbucks,
You're just happy.
like that, drinking something from the mill.
Yeah.
If they have a mill down there, I'd go there first, obviously. But just sitting there,
Sit there.
and who's up next? Gundy's up next.
All right.
Thinking they'd be fun. Said, "Yep."
You'll
watch.
take some notes, right?
Yeah.
Would you
just-
take some notes?
Yeah. Let's see who's up next. Oh, prime time. Let's hear what they got going here. This will be fun. Lance Leipold, friend.
Yeah.
Let's go see what he's got. Kyle Whittingham, incredible
Fun.
friend. See what he's got. I'll catch up with him here in the hallway. That would be. I
I'm
mean,
kind of jealous.
yeah.
I believe last year at Media Days, Mike Gundy had a little bit of a issue. Ollie Gordon had an off-season issue, and I think that he talked about that and said it very just a very
It didn't go well.
It didn't go well for Gundy. Gundy got in trouble last year at Media Days for how he
Yeah.
handled the comment on
'Cause
Ollie
he's talking
Gordon.
he was talking about drinking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did.
He said it's not like
Who has? Was it something like that?
who hasn't had a few beers and got in a car.
Yeah, I got it. Something like
That's
that.
what
yeah.
that's exactly what it was.
You think his AD is like, all right, now.
Yeah.
I
Can we
know-
just not
I know
say something?
I know we're flying you down to Dallas, but can we kind of keep this,
I know you're Gundy.
Yeah, I know. But
You've been here forever.
Mike, you went 3-9 last year. Let's wrap it up this year. Keep it a little close. to the
Gundy
vest.
would be hard to manage.
Oh God,
He would.
Well,
I think you can push back on it. I think he would be hard to manage.
he says what he wants.
when you again have generational wealth
He
put
does.
away,
Yeah.
which he does, then when you can kind of, no, I'm just going to do what I want, because if they do walk in here at some point in time and say, hey, we're going a different direction, all right, sounds good. All right, see you guys
Good
later.
invitation.
Yeah.
Gundy. And you think that Gundy? I bet if you talk to him if we were just sitting out in the mill, I bet he's really opinionated.
Probably, I bet he'd be interesting.
Really opinionated.
I've only sat with him and talked with him. I've talked with him twice. He called me for Les Miles to interview me for the DB job at
What was he doing?
at Oklahoma State. He was the one who they had reached out to me, so I reached out to Gundy because I knew him, and I need to know where I'm at in this job and how'd you get my name. He said it's just word of mouth out there about you. He said they're interviewing two at the convention, and
So Gundy,
but it's your job to lose. He said it's your job to lose. I said, okay, I appreciate that. He was very, very kind about that. And then I didn't take the interview. I just stayed. Because I'd just taken the Utah job the day
Okay.
before, so I passed on the interview and just went to Utah.
okay.
And then the second time was he brought me down right after right after Nebraska here, before I went to Utah State. He flew me down and met with
To
me.
Stillwater?
Yes, to be an analyst on his staff.
Okay.
So I got to sit in it. And when I sat and talked to him in his office, he was amazing. It was like you were talking. I mean, you just felt like comfortable. I would say this when I sat and talked to Saban in his office, same way. I mean, it was just like you're just talking. It was like we talk. It was just very normal. And so that part of it. So I've always been a big fan of his.
Oh, me too.
Just a huge fan.
Gundy.
They were 3-9 last year.
They went 3-9. Rough start.
You better
Rough
win
year
a
for
little
Gundy. That's it for us. The drive is next. We will see you guys tomorrow.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple.